You guys know in the Goofy movie, the cartoon movie for kids, where Goofy's telling his son Max it's the perfect cast, and he shows him all the weird movements he does to throw the fishing rod to give the perfect cast. Well, apparently, Geno Smith had the perfect practice. We'll talk about it. I'll share all kinds of experiences, including this crazy autograph hat by so many cool Jets players, photos, plus the biggest giveaway in Boy Green Daily history is also today. Let's go. It's Sunday, August 2nd, baby. And Boy Green's back.
Oh my gosh, it's morphin' time. To me, talking New York Jets is my superpower. Boy Green Daily starts now. Wow! Boy Green Daily, Boy Green Daily.
I am so friggin' happy to be here. Hey, everybody, I'm Paul Esden Jr., a.k.a. Boy Green. I'm the New York Jets digital reporter for Heavy.com. Welcome to Boy Green Daily, a daily New York Jets video show, also available wherever you get your are either new here or you're surprised by this time. Again, we are in a new era of Boy Green Daily. It officially started yesterday when somehow I was in two places at the same time doing a live show with my Hop on Pop and being on the bus to training camp. That's technology, baby. That's technology. However, it's beautiful. It's amazing. And we're here. So 7 a.m. We started it yesterday, continues today, and quite frankly, continues moving forward. So hopefully you guys are used to it. I see the comment section is populated. Again, this shouldn't matter to the people on demand that watch the show in the afternoon. This won't affect you, or people that listen to the audio-only version of this podcast, that will not affect you. But for our live show people, I wanted to let you know all throughout the week, and now it is 7 a.m. Let's go. All right, we've got so much to discuss. Like I said, we have the biggest giveaway in Boy Green Daily history. We got to do that here on the show. I've got so many photos and autographs and stories. And plus, I want to talk about this perfect Geno Smith practice, all that and more. But first, I will not be doing today's show alone. No, I will not. So let's do this.
This is Jets Worldwide. Wide.
Statement has never been truer than right now in this moment, as this show is worldwide, and we bring on a man who is rich in worldwide experience. That is Snowball. What's up, Snowball?
What's going on? How are you? Holy
All right,
cow.
what time is it there right now?
It is 12. No, it's 1 o'clock.
Okay. 1 o'clock
Can you hear me?
in the afternoon? Yes.
Because I can't hear you. Oh, yeah. It's
Okay.
1 in the afternoon.
1 in the afternoon. Okay, maybe there's a massive delay here.
Broadcasting live from...
Yes, I believe so. I believe that's our issue. So hopefully, Snowball. Let's bring in your partner. I'm not playing the video again, so let's just bring this bastard in. Johnny boy?
Good morning, guys.
Okay, beautiful. Great to have you in here. Now, Johnny boy, I will say this, which I'm sure you're going to try to take advantage of this entire time. There is a delay in our buddy Rich here being in Italy. So please, if you could do your best to try to, me and you, I just said hello and you said hello back in a second. So that's the best response time I'm sure you've ever had in your life, but I'll ask your wife later. Ayo! But no, in all seriousness, let's try to be respectful here of Rich and his, massive gap in delay time if we can, Johnny boy.
He's coming out fine to me, Snowball.
Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah, he's coming straight
See
to
what
me.
I'm talking about? He not straight to you, Johnny boy. Don't fuck around with him. See, this is what we talked about at the beginning. This was the number one rule of Fight Club, and you've already broken it. All right. Anywho, well, before we get into Geno Smith's perfect practice and photos and autographs and all kinds of craziness, I want to do a It won't be the last tease. It'll be the second to last tease. We're doing the biggest giveaway in this show's history, and I just want you guys to take a peek that it is ominously spinning in the background right now. All the tickets and everything are punched in. There it is. There's my handsome cartoon face as it's just spinning. Tick, tick, tick. It's not quite the wheel of torture. I mean, you want this to land on you, whoever you are out in the audience, and to give that so it is just ominously waiting to be selected in the background. I'll wait till we get more people in the room, and then we'll do it here in just a few minutes. This is, again, the biggest raffle in this show's history. And again, this is what's on the line. There's no more tickets to purchase, so don't even worry about buying tickets, folks. Those doors were closed a few days ago. However, we're giving away 2 tickets, section to 118, Jets Browns Week 5, 2 field access tickets before the game you're on the field, and 2 full tailgate passes, baby, with all the wonderful Chef Kevin Gilbert food, which I tried yesterday. Once again, quite delicious. So, folks, that's what's on the line, a $600 plus value, okay? And it's spectacular. And we will give it away at some point later in this show. Good luck to everyone that has punched in raffle tickets so far. It's an absolute blessing. So thank you from the bottom of my heart. Now, while this month's raffle, or this previous month's raffle rather, is closed, a new raffle has begun. And number one Austrian Jets fan has punched in 50 Boy Green Coffee Club memberships to kick off the new raffle that's coming up here in the month of August. Good Lord, have mercy. Yes. A 50 spot. Oh my goodness. I was just talking with JR327 before the show and about how I felt it at camp. And he feels it where he may have been at camp, and I didn't see him, but wherever he was, that this season feels different. And I believe.
But I choose to believe that it is.
I believe.
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 I do too. I'm in it. And let me say to the audience, here's something else I believe, that the raffle is returning to normal in the month of August. So Austrian, at my live pop-up show, which, by the way, if you guys didn't check that out, I was at the Cloverleaf Tavern. I just said, let's see if this internet works. Let's see if this mic works in this incredibly loud room. And I'll just randomly, like contestants on some game show, hey, do you want to come on the show? Come on over. Hey, you. And just doing pop-up live random interviews. And apparently, according to the fans, it was a raving success. I'll be cutting up all those interviews and posting them separately. Connie Carberg, Omari Brown, Chef Kevin Gilbert, Court Sports, of course. There's so many people. Charles Gorman, who kissed me twice at the restaurant. You guys can unpack that one for yourself if you want to go check that out. It was quite an experience. Anywho, all of that popped up, so you guys could go enjoy that. But Austrian gifted 5 memberships yesterday on that show, and he just gifted a 50-pack today. So he has 55 raffle tickets already for this unnamed contest here in the month of August. And again, raffle tickets are only $3 a piece normally on this show, but we did a special raffle this past month. All right, boys, you guys have a lot of reading to do, so I'm glad you both have your glasses on. Up and down, left to right is how they do it, although in Italy it might be the opposite. But so, Snowball, to your best discretion. Read however your Italian people read. And again, let's give one more massive shout out. And I also have to upload all the new Jet chants that we recorded over the weekend as well. I don't have them up yet. So for now, you have to settle with Earl Christie.
Jets, 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 Jets. Yes, sir.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Earl and Darlene. All right, so I don't know how you guys are splitting this, but we need to read 50 new members to the Boy Green Coffee Club.
Am I starting?
Yeah,
Am I on
you
a
could,
delay?
Yeah, that's probably for the best. That's probably for the best. Yeah, Snowball, you go first. You set the tone.
I'm not. Can you count to 25?
No,
Okay. Well,
but
I'll
I
try.
can.
You can. All right. Michael Seflowitz or Slofkowitz or something like that. Something to that effect. This is going to take a long time because I'm on a huge delay and I'm trying to get there. Hold on a second. I got it. Bob P, 630, 363. Dixon, yes, 123. My chat keeps resetting, so I can't know what's going on. 321. take over, Johnny, because it keeps resetting.
Got it.
Let's go.
Ando Diet 5720, Jay Fricker 41, Fernando Sanchez 9638, Uptown 357, Kuka Jet, Real Talk, MH Jets fan, New York KJ Ubozo, that's funny, Brandon James 2026, Legend 1N, the M first, Michael Basso 14, age 20, Johnny Bobani 77, Nitty Wack, Fire, Aaron, Glenn, Curtis 1211, LV Lasso, Gabriel, Ungar, Suavecito, Don Rec, Omar in Florida, Taylor Donald Frio, Mr. Magoo U49B4, Chargers Reggae.
I don't know if that's the way you pronounce it, but that's okay.
It sounds about.
It's definitely not, but go ahead.
Chargers Reggae. There we go. Better? No?
Anywho, proceed.
John Casenza, 9862. Legacy Green 1, 585 underscore MAR. Thomas Roseman, 575, 575, depending on how you want to talk about it. I don't know. Chief Committee, Official BB 56. Sweet Baby Jesus. Addison 562. Shout out to Addie. Snap Judgments. New York Jets Dave 5847. That's a lot, dude. Mr.
Viper 413.
There we go. South Philly 734.
734.
You got it?
Juice Dog Trio. I got it. I'm trying. Lauren S 6496. Tenacious S7. Hunter just farted. Jet the F up. Ulysses Gonzalez. Edna Mode. My God, you've gotten fat. Ronald Lake 1031. Weeb the Dweeb. T-Rex Yaday. JM27. And I believe that's it.
Okay, beautiful. Well, again, another hearty congratulations. That is a seismic, monetary donation from number one Austrian Jets fan to make all this possible. Thank you, Austrian. Amen. Blessed be he. And perhaps
Hey, Boy Green.
that happened a lot at training camp, by the way, and I enjoyed every moment of it. Yes, sir, Johnny boy.
Hey, how cringe was that having to hear me and Snowball read all the awesome memberships that just came out about.
If I was to share any advice that you guys didn't ask for, but you probably need, now I am a man with the degree and several degrees in broadcasting, and I have great pride in pronouncing people's names correctly, and that's it's revered that you guys are attempting to try to get the names right. Now, unfortunately, there's a key issue here. As you guys are trying to get names right that you're unaware of how they're pronounced, those people aren't on the show. So as you go, Stefan, one of the two, like as if the guy's going to come out. It's actually Steve. Thanks. Like he's not here. So I think you just got to pull the ripcord and just have confidence in what you say. Because like if you say something confidently, it could go through. I will have a story later of how I got a special autograph from somebody when the security officer said, "Hey, you and the rest of your gang, beat it. It's the autographs are over." And I'm like, oh, there's one more player just right there that other people are getting autographs. So I just confidently strided. I didn't if I trepidatiously would have walked over there, the security guard gets like, you're dumb or blind or deaf? I just said move, pal. But I just confidently walked right past him and went to a group. And then the autograph happened. So I think confidence is key. So reading names confidently, if it's really Stefan, but you go Steven Stephen 6 won this. I'm like, okay. It sounded so confident. Stephen 6. All right, here we go. But when he goes, Stefan, am I Ron Burgundy? I'm like, I don't believe that that's how you pronounce it, because it doesn't sound like you believe that's how you pronounce it. So that would be my one piece of advice, but that's neither here nor there, I suppose.
I believe.
I am Ron Burgundy.
There you go. That's it. Teleprompter is key. Thank you, number one Austrian Jets fan. All right, let's just do this. No. First, I don't want to keep delaying it any further. Let's start with Geno Smith. This is the practice, if you're a Jets fan, you are looking for. Let's read the numbers from Rit Samini. I was at this practice yesterday. I also saw Rit Samini. He came to the Cloverleaf Tavern after the fact. I could feel my lung/voice. I was projecting a lot louder than I thought in a loud room for that microphone, so I could feel it's a little weak. So apologies, everybody. Good Lord. But here is from Ritsamini's piece on ESPN, where he does these updates after each practice. Quote, Geno Smith pitched a perfect practice on Saturday. The Jets starting quarterback completed every pass in 11-on-11 periods. He went 11 for 11. He did the same thing in 7-on-7s, going 4 for 4. Yes, this was a non-contact, unpadded practice. And yes, most of these reps came in the red zone, which are favorable circumstances for a quarterback. But let's not lose sight of the big picture. Anytime a Jets quarterback can go an entire practice without the ball hitting the ground, well, let's just say it's noteworthy. And being there and providing the eyes on the scene, Geno just seemed locked in. He just seemed to be in his zone. He just seemed to have chemistry with his guys. I love that after every big play, whether it was a touchdown, one of my favorites is he uncorked about a 35-yarder to Adonai Mitchell down the left hash for a touchdown. Adonai Mitchell had to make somewhat of an acrobatic move around the defender who was covering him to make the touchdown, and the crowd goes wild, and Geno's just pumping his fist, let's go, let's go, let's go. And I'm just like, wow, okay, here we go. And he's coming up to all his guys, ass slap, pow, 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 pow. It's a conga line of ass slaps. Kapoo. That's what I'm talking about, baby. Shapow. And they all lined up. And for old Geno Smith, and boom, boom, boom. And so his energy was infectious to his teammates. Him and Frank Reich were in constant communication. That was cool to see. So, oh, yeah, man. To see Geno do this for us and having all the incompetent quarterback play we've had for a while, that was just a lot of fun.
Yeah, dude. So when I saw that, now I'm somebody that's been kind of like weary about the secondary. And that's what I instantly thought. I heard, oh, he's been perfect. I was like, shit. Like, how was the secondary? Was like the secondary that bad? But now that you're kind of putting more context to the fact that it was more inside the red zone, I mean, I get it, because we've been close to being in the red zone and we just can't punch it in. So it sounds like he is able to do that. And if that's the case, dude, I'm all about it. You know, I saw Geno Smith going around to all the fans, super happy. Shout out to Lou B. Lou B had probably the funniest thing I've seen in a long time when he got his freaking hat signed by Geno Smith and went ahead and was like, and by the way, if you need a driver, I got you. Was the great that's Lou B. Like, if you guys, anybody that ever meets Lou B, that's Lou B in like right then and there. And it was awesome to see that. But seeing how engaged,
we got to stop there. Wait.
Awesome.
We have to stop there on that Geno Smith story real quick. So I also got to meet Geno Smith, and that was cool. And that's a separate story, but I want to stick with Lou B for a second. Okay. For people who have not seen the video, it's going viral on social media. And so and again, there's so many other stories, but I want to try to keep this contained so it doesn't get lost in the sauce. Geno goes down and goes in order and is signing, taking pictures, doing everything they want. So he come up, Lou B's recording himself, a video. Geno at first thinks he's trying to take a picture with him. So he like poses, and then he's like, wait, this is a video. And he looks like he's about to move on. And Lou B says, hey, can you sign my hat? His hat's backwards, so Geno can sign it. And then when Geno starts to get in mid-autograph, he then says that line that you're talking about of like, hey, if you ever need a driver, I got you, pal. And what a move by Lou B, because here's the thing, right? If Geno just stopped by him and he pretended to take a picture and it's a video and he has that comment, Geno could immediately move on. But because Geno was in mid autograph, he had to finish the autograph. So he was stuck there for 3 to 5 seconds. And Lou B knew that he would be stuck there. So we would have to hear his comment at the very least. And so when I saw this video, I'm like, you son of a gun. Like, Geno had no choice. He's not going to half stop the autograph and run off. Like, he has no choice. He's there. So, of course, Lou B is a genius. He always knows what to do. And he has now sent me the video, of course. So we have to now play this. So I'm going to go full screen. I'll put it in front of the microphone so you guys can hear this. I can't believe this. But here we go. So I'm going to turn this up as loud as we can here. Okay. And then you guys will sort of.
Some hat. Yeah. And if you need anyone to drive you, I got you, Geno. I got you. Geno, you're great. I got you.
There you go. I got you, Geno. There you go. From Lou B, super Jets fan. And again, Geno seemed to, by all accounts, just laugh it off and keep walking. Like, he didn't engage and have a conversation with him about it. Understandably so. But Lou B is a wild man. Only few people can sort of pull whatever that was off. Shout out to Lou B. And apparently Lou B says that is a genuine offer that remains on the table for Geno. I don't know if he genuinely accepted it, but nonetheless, here we are. So Johnny Boy, continue.
But I mean, for real, bro, like, we are that crazy of a fan base that we will literally have somebody drive this dude. I think we all would rally to try to get somebody to truly drive Geno Smith, just so he could stay out of the news, just so, especially after, you know, Rich talking about having a perfect practice. But that's the thing though for me, BG. Like, these cats are in shorts and they're in like their jersey. How much of that is like, you're like, oh, like, yo, this is the guy. I mean, we've kind of been fooled by that before. I don't know, man. Like, is it exciting? Yeah, of course it's exciting. But I did see some stuff to where, like, for example, when Geno Smith threw the ball to Garrett Wilson, but Garrett Wilson had to kind of like twist his body up in the air and then catch it, but it was kind of backwards. But then I saw him throw a ball where Garrett Wilson is like, yo, that boy is cold, because he threw it with anticipation of where I was going to be at. And that's the shit that I'm like, oh, all right, here we go. He's anticipating where he's going to be, and he's there, and the ball was there right as soon as Garrett Wilson cut into his route. So to me, I'm like, hell yeah, let's go. Are we going to see that? But it's kind of what Geno Smith has been, right? He's going to give you those, you know, I don't know why I'm doing this. I'm sorry, Snowball. But he'll look incredible, but then there'll be some balls that you're going to be like, oh, snap. I'm sorry, Boy Green. I just can't get that picture of Charles Gorman kissing you on both cheeks, man. That's a good sign, bro. That's luck.
Yeah. Is that? I guess I will take that. Yes. So I did a pop-up live show at the Cloverleaf Tavern yesterday. I'm doing an interview with someone. I can't remember who the hell it was. And I'm live. Charles Gorman is saying, hey, I got to tell you something. I'm like, dude, I'm in the middle of a show. Like, if you just wait, I will listen to whatever you have to say. And then he just came over. I'm like, okay. And I was a little worried because he's coming over cords. My left side, I tried to make this mock studio. So these are all cords. So I needed whoever's going to sit next to me be on the right. So he's coming over the left side. Like, God, I hope he doesn't collapse any of these cords. And yes, I get kissed on the cheek. And then I see people recording it and laughing their ass off. I'm like, oh, wow. That was quite an experience. And Charles said, can I come on the show? I'm like, later. He does that and just winks and goes and sits down. And then later he's like, hey, can I come on the show? I'm like, yeah, I guess after I finish this guy. And then he comes on the show and kisses the other cheek. Yes. So there you go. Legacy Green says I was interviewing Courtney at the time. So there you go. I'll have to go back and look at the footage because I'm going to cut up all these interviews and post them separately if you guys did not see the live show yesterday. So, yes, unbelievable. Yeah.
Listen, guys, my connection is absolute dog crap. So I'm going to bow out. You guys can continue the show. But greetings from Italy. Ciao. Have a great afternoon or morning by you. And I will catch you later. All right. I will try to chime in later in the Discord or something. All right.
Snowball, I miss
All right,
you.
appreciate it. Thank you, Snowball. Yeah, there you go. Yes, Snowball and his connection. But thank you, Snowball, for doing that, diving on the sword. I didn't want to be a jerk or anything, but with the delay. But go enjoy Italy. I'm sure your family's like, why are you calling back for a Jet show on August 2nd while we're in Italy? It's a fair question by your family, to be candid. All right, there's a lot to get into here, Johnny boy. But before we go anywhere else in practice, I think people have been waiting for a while. So let's get into this here, Johnny boy. Are you ready for the raffle reveal?
Hell yeah. Let's do it. What are you going to reveal again?
Okay, I'm being told that we'll reveal that reveal in a second. But Johnny boy, just shoot me straight now that we're here live on the show. If my Wi-Fi, you could judge it. 10 is perfect, 1 is terrible. Where is it on the scale?
You're about like a 3 right now. It is very pixely.
Oh,
And then
Jesus. All
it's
right.
like, yeah. So, I mean, I don't know if it's mine.
Okay. All right. Okay. I'll ask the audience real quick. I hate to do this live, but I'll switch over to my hotspot because I thought that would be better. Audience, I want to see some numbers here. Judge my Wi-Fi. Ricky, you're a perfect person to judge this Wi-Fi, probably. Okay. Scale of 1 to 10. 10 is perfect. Like, wow, you couldn't be any better. 1 is terrible. Give me that number somewhere in there. That would be helpful of some kind. And I'm about to move out of this house soon. So, like, hopefully that just naturally helps when I go to a better place. But people, let me know in the audience. All right, I'm getting 5, 7s. Okay. All right. That's normally not the
6,
numbers you want to see
7.
at a bar, but all right. Okay. Yeah, there you go. Okay.
But I mean,
all
if you
right.
take a, if you take a 5 and a 5 home, that's a 10, right?
I don't believe that's how that works, Johnny boy. And I think you've known that all your life, but you've convinced yourself otherwise, which God bless America. Thank God you finally outkicked your coverage with your wife. All right. Well, 6, 7-ish. Okay. Great. 8. Okay. Wow. All right. We're all over the place. So here's what I'll do. I'll switch back to the Wi-Fi. So Johnny boy, just take over the show here for a second. I'm going to switch things around and I'll be right back.
All right. Well, guess he's out. It's hey, shout out to my guy Snowball, first off, because this is the first time I've seen him since he's been out there in Italy. And it was awesome to be able to see him on. So he is having a great time out there. You saw the fresh polo that my man was rocking. He is literally out in Italy converting a lot of the fans out there to become New York Jet fans, which is awesome. So being able to see him do that and try to get us some more subs is amazing. But I'm not going to front. Yesterday, seeing everybody at the camp, seeing how engaged the New York Jet players were, was amazing. I was super jelly. I'm not even gonna front. But it looked like a good time, man. Shout out to Chef Kev and everybody
Yes.
up in the Cloverleaf Tavern. That looked like a great time. Jake doing his thing, BG doing his thing. Nick, I saw was there. So shout out to Nick Shine. I mean, I even saw, Richie was there as well. Matt O'Leary. There's a whole bunch of the content creators that were there as well. So being able to go ahead and see that was awesome. But I wanted to ask you, Boy Green, when you were there, who was the one player that stood out the most to you? Well, that's to everybody that was there. Like, who was the player that stood out the most? Which is the guy that you're like, yo, he's going, you could tell that this guy is going to have a huge season. Some people were saying Membu, some people were saying Garrett Wilson, some people were saying Breece Hall. It'll be intriguing to see now that this is, because I do remember when Lou B, when we spoke last year, he was like, bro, Justin Field looks like trash. And that translated into the season, and it was super bad. So it'll be intriguing to see that. I can't wait. But, but anyway, guys, yeah. So this is the Johnny Boy JetsWorldWide show right now, man. I mean, I'm here just chilling. Yeah, man. I wasn't there yesterday, so I really don't know. I was at the Rod Stewart concert last night, and it was pretty amazing, by the way. That man is 80-something years old and can still rock a show. Um, but anyways, I'm asking you guys in the chat, which is the tandem that you guys want to see? Are you guys wanting to see wide receiver tandems? Are you looking forward to seeing Garrett Wilson make that step with AD Mitchell, and they're the really ones and twos? Or are you wanting to see Cooper and Garrett Wilson be that? I don't know, man. I'm kind of torn between who's going to be Geno's favorite target. And more than likely for me, I'm probably leaning towards seeing Geno Smith and AD Mitchell be that and giving Coop time to be able to fully come in as a rookie and understand the NFL itself. But I am worried about the actual defense. And I was talking to my guy Lou yesterday, and he said the secondary looked very, very suspect. So I don't know, man. I mean, is that what we're gonna do, or is our offense just gonna be that good that we're just gonna be scoring so many points, and our defense is gonna stop and have some stops when we do need it to potentially win the game? I don't know, but I did tell you this much. I know that you're seeing the kickers, and the kickers are having a competition, but they're really battling each other. Definitely something that's awesome to see. Again, I believe in Banjo. Can't wait to be able to go ahead and see what these guys are gonna do. I don't know what happened to my guy, to BG. So he is out, but I am in. So we did see, like I said, what's his name went ahead and did. Rich Samini went ahead and he, put out a whole video talking about Geno Smith being perfect. Is that something that we're over here like truly diving in and believing, especially that it's just, them in shorts and in a t-shirt and a helmet? I don't know. I don't know how much you come into that. Or is it something that like, hey, these guys are building something together right now. They're trying to get each other to understand how each other works. Is that what's going on? I do not know. But this is definitely right now feeling some time where, it's there we go. You're good, dude. I was trying, bro. I was like, I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about right now, but
that's all right. I reset the Wi-Fi. It says it has the max amount of bars you can have, so hopefully this is much better. So boy, hear me?
You coming in and out, my guy.
Jesus Christ. Hang on tight.
Oh, you're good now. Okay, well.
Oh, I'm good now.
Yeah, you're good now.
Yeah, I'm so sorry, everybody, for all the technical difficulties. Let me just say this. How the hell do I have, all due respect to Chef, how do I have better Wi-Fi at the Cloverleaf Tavern at a random place in my own home? 3 feet away from the friggin'... never mind. I'll go on my rants later, I guess. That just... how does that make any sense? This is... unbelievable. By the way, what the hell is Starlink? I have no idea what Starlink is.
So that's the Elon Musk whole thing when the whole hurricane occurred and nobody had internet, and they just came up with this thing called the Starlink, and they were like, yo, here you go, man. So it's the Temu version of what Fios is. Essentially, okay. Right? So that's what that is.
So I guess the solution is just a wired connection in the future directly there, and then that should solve issues, I guess. Okay, well.
Hey, BG.
Yes.
Shout out your internet, bro, because, dude, I just had my first cup of coffee.
Okay.
7:00 in the morning, right? We're switching a little bit up.
Yep.
This is awesome. Thank you again for having us to be the first. We're failing really bad because I'm seeing in the chat, yo, Johnny Boy is filling up time awkwardly. Dude, that shit is awesome. I love that shit.
You're a host of a show, man. You're not like, hey, uncle, I'm going to go check the Wi-Fi. Can you just hold down the fort? He's like, hey, I had this for breakfast. Like, Jesus, Johnny, like you host a show normally. You can't hold down the fort. Come on, man. Jesus.
I did. But what I was talking about, dude, was I mean, how much of them in shorts and shirts mean anything? Like, are you looking forward to them when they are in pads and see when they start really hitting? Or is it more of just being able to get each other's technique down, and that's the reasoning behind it?
1 second, Johnny.
Okay. Un segundo. Well, guys, if you guys have not watched, come and check us out, man. Jets Worldwide. Come and hit up the sub, hit up the like in itself. I mean, my man's internet is working again, which is great. So thank
Yeah, now my
goodness
lungs
for that.
aren't. Excellent. All right, I'm back. Oh, Jesus.
Maybe Charles Gorman's kiss.
Infected me with a venereal disease. That's good to
Yes.
know. All right.
Yes.
Your question is, go ahead on practice one more time.
The thing is for me, man, like, I don't know how much I buy into the whole, like, a dude's perfect right now. And
No, that's
you know what I'm
totally
saying?
fair. No, right. Yes. To me, so today, for those who don't know, the Jets had practice yesterday. Obviously, I was at it. They had off day Friday. They have an off day today. They return on Monday. Monday is pads. That's where it picks up. That's where it gets serious. Again, I think Rich is right. When we've had the star-crossed quarterback history that we've had, to have a guy with a perfect quarterback day, some people can side-eye that and say all the things that are included with that sort of thing, but others can be like, yeah, but that was a perfect day. That's awesome. That's encouraging. We're not putting him in the Hall of Fame or anything, but I don't know. To me, I take the good with the good and the bad with the bad. I'll tell you a player, I haven't said this anywhere yet, so why not here's a perfect place. A guy I'm starting to get very concerned about is Arian Smith. And I've heard this in other practices, so I weren't at these, but I just heard from reporters about drop balls, and then I see him twofold. He was dropping passes, so that's not good. And then he wasn't following through. Like, I can't remember if Geno Smith or Cade Klubnik was the quarterback throwing to him, but like he ran his route, but he just sort of waited for the ball to come to him, and then a DB was closing in on it. And we can debate whether it's an Arian Smith drop or like a contested catch and the DB gets the credit for breaking it up. But Arian like stopped his route and just like waited for the ball. Oh, I'm right here, Dad. Throw right here, Dad. And then a DB closed it and broke it up, and the DBs were all going crazy as they always do. So yeah, Arian's a guy that I'm like, oh boy. Oh boy. And I have a couple other concerns I wrote on the sheet that we could get into. But yeah, for me, like Aaron, oh boy, this is no bueno. And I thought he had a clear path, relatively speaking. Not that he was a roster lock, but he had a path to being the sixth wide receiver or fifth wide receiver, depending on how you perceive him versus Tim Patrick. But I think there's Omar Cooper Jr., Adonai Mitchell, Garrett Wilson, and Isaiah Williams. Those are four locks to me. And then we're talking about 5 and 6 who aren't locks, but if someone had a gun to my head, that seems like an aggressive thing to do to ask about wide receiver 5 and 6. But if someone had a gun to my head, I was asking who's next on the list of making it. I think it'd be Tim Patrick and Arian Smith with room if someone wants to steal a job. That's the awesome part about training camp, Johnny boy, is that people could come and steal your job. That's football. Surprisingly, like, oh, I didn't have that on the bingo card. So that's sort of how I perceive it. So that's a guy that's struggling. But no, I think we could speak out of both sides here. You can be happy and excited about a nice practice, but also say, okay, that doesn't mean the Jets are going 17-0 this year. I think we can both things can be true. You can have Geno just having a nice practice, and the Jets can be whatever they are.
I just don't want my whole thing is I just don't want the whole fluff, right? I don't want to be fed that, these are like the best thing I've ever seen and all that.
You don't like fluff?
No, I don't, bro. So I appreciate you coming on and saying that
Sure.
Arian Smith is playing like shit. And
Lou B doesn't think he's going to make the team. There you go. Lou B was sitting next to me, so I'm sure he saw a lot of the same things I saw in the practice. And also, like I said, it's my job to, even at practice I'm not at, observe as much information as possible. Beat reporter reports, press conferences, and taking in that information. Yeah. Arrow down on Arian Smith, unfortunately. And I hope he turns it around. The good news is the pressure point, like it's not good to look bad at practice. Obviously, you want to look good all the time, but the pressure points are twofold. Preseason games, joint practices. When Arian Smith is going against Buccaneer defenders, he has to make plays. He has to catch the ball when it's thrown to him. In preseason games, when he gets opportunities, when someone uncorks a long ball and gives him a shot, he better haul that puppy in, or else his previous reputation will precede him. This is a guy who came into the league with drop issues at Georgia, and look at this. And so that's the sort of things. Those are the demons he's dealing with right now.
And I love
Certainly.
Arian Smith, man. As
Yeah.
being a Georgia fan, seeing him out there, I'm just like, dude, that dude's so fast, man. But last year, like, I just remember he was always that guy by the ball machine, by the jug machine, just
Sure.
after practice, during practice, when he wasn't inside any of the plays, he was on the sideline catching balls, making sure he was consistently doing that. But it sounds like maybe he forgot that. Maybe he's not. I don't know. I talked again because you were next to Lou B. Lou B told me, he said, bro, the secondary, I am truly concerned about the secondary. The secondary did not look that good. So, BG, I'm going to ask you, right?
Okay.
Could you elaborate a little bit more on that? What did you see when you were out there?
Well, I don't know why Lou B, if he spoke with you, he did report this, that Geno Smith had a perfect practice. We all know all the numbers I just said. But some of the other quarterbacks did not have the same day that Geno had. And the Jets defense might have broken an interception record with how many picks they had yesterday. Quantez Stiggers had a pick six, or call it a pick, on Cade Klubnik in the red zone. He jumped. Cade Klubnik was staring down. I could see it because Cade was throwing towards our direction. So his back was to the coaches and the rest of his teammates that weren't involved in this red zone drill. So I'm seeing from a defensive perspective what Cade's looking at. And I saw him just staring at the left corner. I'm like, don't throw it. And he went, oh, that guy looks open. Huh? Late into the sideline is a bad combination, sir. And Quantez Stiggers was licking his chops, jumped in front of it, juked a few people, and quote unquote ran into the house. It's a red zone drill, so the field cuts off at the 20-yard line. So who knows if he actually would have made it to the end zone, but no. So yeah, we had interceptions galore all over the place. So I don't know if I share the same concerns as Lou B. Again, we're talking about pressure points, right? Playing against the Buccaneers, who have Emeka Ibuka. They've got guys like Chris Godwin. They've got Jalen McMillan. They've got some of those receivers who they don't have Mike Evans anymore. That would have been cool to see against our secondary to test them. But those, to me, are pressure points. The joint practices, those reports. How do the corners fare against some talented receivers? How do they fare in the preseason games? Because I don't know how much the starters are going to play, but first game is still 12 days away. So we're coming up on it, people. But that would be, I don't share the same concern for the secondary. There's another, I guess we'll talk about it since we're doing all these concerns together. Shout out to Court Sports. She gave me her roster notes so I could write on it. And there was one glaring concern that I wanted to share. Why not now? And then we'll get into the raffle that I promised.
Hell yeah, let's do it. I'm concerned about your voice, BG.
Yeah, it did. Again, whether that's Charles Gorman or what, I just had to hack a loogie over here. So sorry for anyone that heard that. This mic's phenomenal, so maybe you did. But no, apparently something you don't know in a restaurant place is I didn't know how loud I had to be for the microphone to pick me up. And apparently not that loud at all, because Connie Carberg and a few Court Sports is soft-spoken, and she was sitting right next to me, and the mic apparently picked it up. I'll know when I cut up the interviews later. So apparently I had to project a lot more than I thought, so my voice is a little weak, but we're powering through because I'm not a pussy. All right, let's get into the thing that gave me the greatest concern, and it was snapping issues. Now, the good thing is it wasn't Josh Myers. So God bless America. It was all of his backups that came in that they either shot snaps over Cade Klubnik's head. They either shot it either way, left or right. So a quarterback had to like one-hand it and then go. And the problem that may sound to some people insignificant, like, that's a second. Like, what's the difference? A second is the difference between you getting your ass sacked or an interception because you have to rush the play. Football is timing, man. You're expecting your receiver to run 5 yards and cut in. If you waste a second just trying to figure out where the hell the snap is, like, that just disrupts the entire flow of the offense. So, yeah, a big red letters on my notes here was snapping issues from backup center. And that's concerning because if Josh Myers is at all compromised in any way, what the hell do the Jets do? Does Tippmann get kicked back from guard to center and you keep jerking him around to other positions and then you put another guard in? Like, what do you do? So I say, go get a competent backup center. There's a few interesting centers that are out there in free agency. Bring them in, compete with Josh Myers. If Josh Myers wins, I'm fine with it. He started all 17 games last year. That's great. But we talked about this with Nick Ferry a couple days ago, proactive versus reactive.
Mhm.
I want the Jets to be proactive. I don't want them to wait for Josh Myers to get hit by a bus to go, man, we could really use more center help. I want them to just be proactive and say, hey, let's add some competition here. And if Myers wins, so be it. But we have a competent 6th guy off the bench that if he goes down, we're already ready. He knows the playbook already. We brought him in on August 3rd, and then he's ready for September 3rd. Like, you know what I mean? So that to me was my biggest glaring concern. I'm sure I'll do a YouTube short about it later and urge and push the Jets, please add somebody, and I'll grab some names from free agency. They just need to make a move. That was my biggest concern. Biggest concern.
I mean, dude, so hearing you say that, first off, the fact that it's not Josh Myers, I know that was a big concern for us coming into this season.
Right.
So that's good. But then, yeah, I mean, we've been in this boat before, right? I mean, knocking on wood, our line last year stayed pretty healthy for the entire
Not pretty
year.
healthy. They stayed healthy. All 5 played 17 games. And by the way, let's give a tip of the cap. I don't want this to get lost. MFC, baby, gifted a Boy Green Coffee Club membership. Let's frickin' go. All right. Who did that membership go to, Johnny Boy? I would ask Snowball, but, with international travel and shipping and handling, that may take a while to get here. So who'd this go to?
That went to Michael Bartow, 1546. You
There you
are
go.
a coffee club member. Welcome.
Beautiful. Absolutely. I love your guys' thing. Your guys' thing is so good. What's the sounder again?
Ding dong. I just wanted to say ding dong.
Oh. But what's your thing with the flight people, right? It's like
yeah, it's what you hear when the announcer at the captain is about to announce something to everybody in the plane. So it goes ding dong, worldwide jet setter, welcome, and it's pretty dope. So
or now boarding or something. Does it say
yeah.
something? Okay,
yeah. You're about to take flight with Jets Worldwide.
Okay, there you go. I couldn't remember the line, but I'm sure.
Me neither. I'm just making shit up as I go right now.
It definitely sounded like whatever you just said was completely wrong, but that's all right. That's all right. It's a thought that counts. I mean,
dude, the fact that Snowball left me in charge with all this shit on Friday night was great. It was awesome, bro.
Yeah.
So,
well, thank you, MFC. Thank you, MFC, for that. All right, let's do this, everybody. You guys are all waiting. Jesus Christ. All right. Sorry for saying the Lord's name in vain on God's day here. My apologies. Let's get to the raffle. This is the biggest raffle in the show's history. I will tease the raffle. What is up for grabs? Again, all the raffle tickets that have come in today are for our new unnamed raffle. So this raffle was closed on Friday night. So nothing else to worry about from that perspective. But here you go. Congratulations to whoever's going to win this, and good luck. This is the biggest raffle prize in this show's history. Here are the prizes that are up for grabs that we're about to give away live here on the show. The wheel's been spinning behind the scenes the entire time, and here it is. 2 tickets to the Jets-Browns game in Week 5, Section 118. You will be sitting with the rest of us from the Boy Green Coffee Club, Espresso Club, and fellow Jet fans that all bought tickets through us for our group in Section 118. You have 2 field access tickets. You will be on the field before the game, getting to see the players warm up. It's super cool. I did it 11 years ago. It was amazing for a Jets-Patriots game. And then 2 full tailgate passes. You will have water and alcohol, all these non-alcoholic drinks available to you at your heart's content before the game starts while the tailgate's going on. And you will have the food that is cooked by Chef Kevin Gilbert. We'll be promoting the menu and doing all that sort of stuff later once we get past this raffle, so I don't overwhelm you guys with graphics and all kinds of things. But it's wonderful food. I just had it yesterday. This entire package I just described is worth over $600, but someone out in the audience is about to get it for a lot less than $600. This was our biggest giveaway ever. Good luck to all of you. Whoever wins, may the odds ever be in your favor. And I'm super excited. So, again, good luck to everyone out there in the audience. This is terrific. All right, Johnny Boy, are you ready?
I believe.
There you go. All right, so 1 second. Let me throw this up here. Press a few buttons. I'm not quite Johnny Boy, a monkey operating a spotlight, but occasionally I can be. So let's throw this up here on the board. All right, folks. All right, here it is. All right. If you submitted a $25 raffle ticket at any point during the month of July, that could have come on Venmo, that could have come on PayPal, that could have been cumulatively on YouTube, You have a name on this pie. Look at this. This is the most split pie we've ever had. Obviously, some people's pie is a little bigger than others. That's because the more raffle tickets you have, the better your odds are, of course. But if you had just one raffle ticket for $25, you're in the running. Some people had $200 worth, $250 worth. Good luck to all of you out in the audience. Yes, as Luby said, he won it last year, and he chose to give his away once he won it. So you guys will have this in the audience. And one more announcement before we do this. I've been saying this all month. I don't want you to miss this. If you have already purchased a ticket through me, like you sent me $300, let's say 10 days ago, said, oh man, I'm coming to the tailgate. And then you win this tailgate. You're like, sweet, Paul, I want my money back. Whoa, 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 whoa. No refunds. You could do whatever you want with it. You could take parts of this raffle. For instance, if you bought this raffle, there's limited field access tickets. Take the field access ticket for yourself and give the rest of it away to somebody if you want. Bring a friend with you. That's why I haven't done the seating chart yet, because if someone who is going won these tickets, they can also sit together. So again, just want to throw that out there. It's awesome. As Indy says, it's an amazing experience. Good luck to all. So, Johnny Boy, I'm hovering over the button to click to spin. You tell me when to go.
Go.
Here we go. It's spinning. It's spinning. Okay, here we go. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. Effing Chew, who just gifted a membership. Oh, my goodness. I have never met MFC before, and we will see if he and whoever he chooses is coming to the tailgate for the first time ever. Oh my gosh. That's so friggin' cool. MFC, congratulations. You just gifted a membership a little bit ago. So MFC, that's awesome. Congratulations. Please reach out to me as soon as you can. You have me on Discord, of course, MFC. And hopefully you're able to come to the tailgate yourself. If you cannot chew, let me know and we'll work on something separately. Or if you have people in your mind, we can work on how we're going to give this to someone else. But MFC, I hope you could just come, quite frankly. So, yeah, everyone's peer pressured now. Come on, chew, you bastard. I want him to come. I want him to come. I hope he does. Yeah.
Like, he has to come,
that's so
man.
Cool.
I mean, that's pretty dope. And
all right, let's reveal one more time, Johnny Boy. Let's reiterate what MFC has just won. And again, congratulations. And I want to thank everyone for attempting who bought tickets to be in this. Obviously, there's going to be a lot of losers because there's only one winner. But thank you guys for supporting this venture. It helps support the show. Also gives you guys obviously an opportunity to win a prize that's far more expensive than the raffle tickets you give. But I really appreciate it. See? Let me flip this up. Did I do it? Okay, here it is. All right, MFC, this is what you've won, my friend. 2 tickets to Section 118. That's where we're all sitting for the game. 2 field access tickets. You'll get to be on the field before the game starts, and 2 full tailgate passes. All the wonderful Chef Kevin Gilbert food. The only thing you will have to figure out for yourself is parking. So that's it. And if you take public transportation, you don't have to worry about that either. So that's it. If you do need parking, since you are getting a ticket from me, you will get it at a discounted price as well. So everything essentially is paid for outside whatever you eat or drink at the stadium too, I guess. That's another thing, I guess. But fill your belly before the game from Chef Kevin Gilbert for free, and then you'll be good. So that's great. So yeah, go ahead. So again, one more hearty congratulations. That's amazing to MFC. One more time, mother effing chew. Let's go. Couldn't have gone to a better guy here, Johnny Boy. This is MFC. It's just so consistent all these days, gifting memberships, supporting the show, being a part of Discord. So, man, I'm so happy for MFC. There was a lot of worthy potential winners in the wheel that I saw. And but that's pretty freaking cool here, Johnny Boy.
Yeah, it really is, man. And a great individual, definitely deserves it. I mean, he's so engaged in the Discord, constantly putting things out there, so big shout out to Mother effing Chew, man. You deserve it. Get your ass to the damn tailgate and to the game. All right, we all want to meet you. Can't wait, baby. Can't wait, dude.
Thank you. Jared B says he already reached out to MFC.
Hell yeah.
When was that?
Last night, bro. We got back home like super late. Dude, that dude could still rock a show, bro. It was wild. That dude's 80 something years old and
Wow.
still killing it. So I apologize if my energy is not up to par as it normally is on every Sunday, but yeah, dude, I was in there with the wifey, just shaking them hips.
Wow. There you go. By the way, thankfully, this guy's already coming to the tailgate. I just wanted to look who was close. Like, this is sort of cruel and unusual punishment to see because, like, I have no secondary prize, but I was just seeing, like, who just missed out. Like, MFC won, but who else just missed out? Badshaw was 3 links away from winning, and then Tennessee Jet was 2 links away from winning. And I just say links. I don't know. I'm just sort of making up units of measurement that I think it's like the ding, 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 ding. I'm like the Wheel of Fortune, so I have no idea if that's really true. But anywho, Tennessee Jet and Badshaw, you were close, but I have no prize for close. But just want to let you guys know out in the audience. Yeah.
Yo, BG, I wanted to say this because you just brought it up. But did you see
Okay.
that ESPN has a show now that's called ESPN Jeopardy?
It's so funny you said that. I heard of it because it's that part has been versions of that have been around in the past, but I came across it on TV and I heard about it in other places. So I've seen that Joe Buck is hosting, but I haven't watched it yet. I don't know if there's episodes out yet, but I have not watched it yet. If so,
Yeah, that's pretty dope that they're doing that. I
yeah.
would love to see, you would be an individual that I could see on the contest because I
You
know you've
think
been
so?
trying to get on game shows. Yeah, why
Okay.
not, bro? Should
I don't know.
represent us out there. I'm just trying to think of individuals that will be able to kill it that are content creators on there. Dude, if they fucking asked me to be on that, I would make up so much shit when I'm up there. You know what I'm saying? So just it'd be funny as crap, but I think you'd be a great contestant on there.
Really? Wow. Okay. Well, that's very sweet of you to say. Let me see if I could get this up just because you brought this up. I don't know how many of you guys have seen this in the past. I don't know how quickly I'm going to come up with this because this is a spur of the moment thing here. But when I think of, well, first off, just in a general sense, before I even grab this clip I'm about to grab here, is man, I need to see an episode to see what kind of sports are we talking about here. And again, obviously, or anything for that nature. Um, I don't know what kinds of stuff they would ask and
Like
would
who was
yeah.
the first rugby player to
Yeah,
play in
see,
the
that's where
NFL? You'd be fucked.
like,
You'd be like, what?
see, this is where I would struggle. This is, it would just that would be the part where I would just, where I think I would struggle. Okay, here it is. I don't know how good this audio is gonna be, but let me pull up this video real quick because when you say Jeopardy, I have to go in a random other it is part of Jeopardy, this direction. This is the first thing I think about. I came across this recently here, Johnny Boy, and I don't know if you've seen this. I'm sure you have. I'm sure everyone in the universe has seen what I'm about to show, but this one I don't know if I would ever be able to recover from this. You know, we all bust each other's balls on here, Johnny Boy. This busting of balls that occurred on Jeopardy is something I don't know if I would ever be able to recover from. So, folks, let's go to this.
Those scores right now, we will, of course, add them to whatever the...
Hey, Brad's score's still on there.
Jesus, if you miss that, right? So you get through a certain part of the game, they're like, all right, we're going to erase the scores on the board and go back to 0. But Brad already only had 0 points. So, oh, that was messed up. This is the greatest Jeopardy burn of all time. And one more time.
We'll get rid of those scores right now. We will, of course, add them to whatever the...
Hey, Brad's score's still on there.
Yeah,
and then
Brad look like
gets
Lou
the,
B?
what the fuck? It could have been Lou B. You know, maybe Lou B's just an alias. You know, maybe I don't know whatever his real thing is. But that's when I think of celebrity burns. I don't know if I'm Brad. I don't think I ever recover for that for the rest of my life. And that guy had that wittiness to just immediately say, "Hey, now wait just a second here." That's fucked up. That's
fucking awesome, man.
That's messed up. But no, thank you for bringing that up. Yeah, maybe I have applied to be on several game shows. Reality shows, game shows, all kinds of things. But I think this is a deeper thing, perhaps. But I think sometimes you have to be careful what you wish for because, like, you know, Like, for instance, I wanted once, like 11 years ago, I had like 1,000 followers on Twitter, and you know, I find a genie lamp. This part doesn't really happen, but I find a genie lamp. Go, oh, genie, I'd love to be Twitter famous. That would be so cool. Like, man, I want my opinions to matter. I want to tweet something and people react to it. I don't want to just tweet into the void and no one says anything. And the genie goes, oh, Paul, because I am. And then, pow, I have like 18,000 followers on Twitter. And you'd think that's pretty cool. And it is. There's all kinds of cool perks. But people every day are like, hey, Paul, you fat son of a bitch. Like, you fat tub of lard. I hate your guts and your family's ugly. And I'm like, Jesus Christ. The Lord's name in vain again. I'm sorry. I keep doing that. I apologize to our religious viewers and listeners of the show. But I'm just like, good Lord, man. Like, what the hell is going on here? So every day, that's just part of it. So again, you have to be careful what you wish for because, especially in this made up genie scenario, because, oh, that's literally what you want. Oh, okay. And then there's sometimes unintended side effects from the thing that you wished for. So sometimes that's just it. By the way, that's so funny that Taylor Sterling brings this up. Now that we're on this random diatribe here. Taylor Sterling says, BG on Fear Factor, no bugs, just eat a pickle. Here's what I've joked about this with my fiance before, okay? Like, there are a few things that if I was on Fear Factor, I would just say, all right, thanks, Joe Rogan or Ludacris or whoever the hell's hosting it anymore. Oh, yeah, the guy from Jackass. Thanks, buddy. Johnny Knoxville, whoever the hell. Yeah, no, I'm good. God bless. See ya. There's a few things. So, Johnny, you can answer this. What's on yours? Here's one of them. If on Fear, this would never be on Fear Factor, I would assume. This is like whatever thing. But I said, Paul, we need you to go into the bathroom. Okay. You see that drain and all that wet hair that's on the drain? We want you to grab that with your bare hand. I'd be like, nope, thank you. God bless. That's not happening. That's a thing on my list. That absolutely not. Paul, $1 million is on the line. No. I have standards. I have ethics. I have morals.
Get the fuck out of here. You better take your damn hand and take that shit out. $1 million, bro? Come on, bro.
That's it. Wet hair in the drain? Oh, God, that's disgusting. No way. That's a no-go. A pickle would also be there. Eat a pickle. I'm like, no way. There's no way. No.
Yo, I hate pickles too, bro. I can't do pickles, bro. So
I hate both. And what a terrible thing. All right, now I'm going to start going after my fiance here. Okay, what a terrible thing. Okay, she likes pickles. That's disgusting. She likes mayonnaise. That's disgusting. She loves all kinds of things I find grotesque. So not only did she like it and I hate it, that wasn't enough. She had to take it to the next level. She procreated children and said, hey, children, do you want a pickle? And they're like, what's a pickle? Well, I'm glad you asked. Boom. And now my children eat this nasty stuff. And they think it's phenomenally funny that, oh, pickle dad. I'm like, no, get away from me. I'm going to roundhouse kick you. Like, I don't like pickles. So, okay, you could like pickles, which I think is terrible. Terrible that your mother loved it and that she even fed it to you to make you love it. But now you're coming after me. I would sidekicks, roundhouse kicks to children. Like, get those pickles away from me. That is nasty.
Yeah, dude.
I would say no. Let me make that perfectly clear, Taylor Stern. Dip a pickle in mayo for $100,000. You say no. And I assume you're saying eat it. Absolutely not. I will say, hey, Joe Rogan or Ludacris, can you bend over? I'm going to show you where you can shove this pickle of mayo. Hell no. Money's not everything. Nope.
Shit.
Oh, that's disgusting. Craig Mechanics, member for 11 months here. Now you guys have just gone in a very, very, very dark road here. But all right, here we go. Why not? He's been a member for 11 months on the channel. Ring it. Wow. Wet Band-Aids in a pool. Ooh, that's disgusting. Oh, that's
I can't do pickles, bro. I'll tell you the reason why I hate pickles. So back in the day when I was a young buck, I used to work for the pickle people. Anybody that's on Long Island,
okay,
knows who the pickle people are, right? And so I used to work, and pickle juice is a real fucking thing, all right? So at the Western Beef, if anybody knows the Western Beef,
okay.
At the end of the night, we used to have to drain the pickle juice and shit, okay, because it was the access that came from it or whatever. And dude, it was fucking snowing one day, and in the back where we have to go and fucking, get rid of the pickle juice. You have to go down a hill. So, my ass is fucking taking this shit trying to be quick, and it snowed, right? Froze over. So there was some fucking ice.
Yeah.
Bro, I go, fall, and pickle juice, bro, just fucking all over me, like inside my nose.
Oh, stop.
Yeah, it was it was fucking disgusting, bro.
I've seen my fiance gargle pickle juice. Like,
Oh.
I'm like, hey, can I throw this out? Like, there's no pickles left in it, and I have gloves on. I'm like, I'm not touching this thing. And she goes, no, there's still pickle juice in it. I'm like, what? And she grabs it. I'm like,
yeah.
Oh.
Yo, somebody puts a pickle on my burger, I will not even touch the burger. It's to the point where like I can't even. You can't take that shit off. The smell
let me
of
admit this, right? This is true. I do this now at restaurants, right? I try to give restaurants the benefit of the doubt. I call them up. Yes, hello, sir. This is the random restaurant. Yeah, can I place an order for pickup? Sure, sir. 1 second. Let me grab a notepad. All right, sir. What can I get you? Yeah, okay. I want a plain hamburger, burger bun. Yeah, okay, plain burger. All right, yeah, I'm sure. Burger bun. All right, yeah, I got waffle fries. Yeah, okay, we get that. And let me just go back to the burger for a second. You guys don't put like a pickle on the side, do you? Oh, yeah, we do. Oh, okay. Sir, let me make this as clear as possible. I don't want the pickle. I do not. Not I do. I do not. I don't. I don't want it. I don't want it. Oh, sir. And then they get like sort of testy, like, sir, I fucking heard you the first time, buddy. Okay. You don't have to keep saying it. Clearly, you don't want the pickle. Gotcha. I'm like, all right. I just want to make it clear because, like, I don't like it. So I just don't want it. They're like, no problem. Gotcha, sir. No pickle. I have it written in all bold letters. I'm like, oh, thank you very much. Yep. I'll be ready in 10 minutes. All right. And Paul gets in the car. Blah, 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 blah. I don't know why I'm doing all the sounds now, but here we are. Blah, 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 blah. And I'm at the red light. Take a left. Tick tock, tick tock, tick tock. And then I turn. I'm in the left lane. Drive all the way down. Cross the bridge. Take a left. Take a right. I'm in the parking lot. Open door. Pow, pow. And now I go into the restaurant. We're like, sir, here's your order. It's all tied up and everything, so there's no checking it. And what am I going to check it in the restaurant? So I'm like, all right, sir. Yep, have a great day, sir. Thank you. Yep, grab a bag, go back in the car. And I get into the car, and I'm like, I got to check this. So I untie it, up, looking at it, and there's a big, fat fucking pickle. And it's in a tight container because it's a to-go container. So I have burger, pickle, fries. So the pickle juice is now sopped into the burger bun. My burger bun is now green, and then my fries that were crispy are now sopped in pickle. And now I'm like, okay. So here's what I do. Here's my confession now. I tell restaurants, hey, I can't have a pickle. I'm allergic. Oh, Jesus. Yes, sir. Of course. We'll make sure it's not in there. What the? You make me lie, restaurants, because I can't trust you anymore. So it's your fault. So I have been lying to all of you. So all you restaurants in Oswego, I've lied. I'm not really allergic. It's just disgusting. But this is the only way that I could guarantee without having to sue you that I don't want the pickle. So, yes, I've been lying this entire time. Yes.
Hey, bring. Yo, that fuck Paul Esden is calling again with his bullshit ass lie about the pickle. It's not pickle. Put that shit on there.
Pickle. Yeah, put extra. Put extra. That's exactly what's happening.
Dude, but look, I hear you. I do the same thing. So
I'm glad you do.
But you have to, bro. Because exactly.
And it ruins everything else. Not only is just they're like, it's not like, they put chips in here. I don't like chips. Chips, let me throw them out the window. They're just nothingness. A pickle causes damage to the rest of the participants in the bag. It infects the burger. It infects the fry. It's disgusting. By the way,
I won't even do cucumbers because it just reminds me too much of a pickle.
Yeah, it's a pickle's brother. So yeah, the entire family is off limits. So yeah, that's immediately a no-go. By the way, Mark Sacchetti says BG on Big Brother. I've applied to get on Big Brother. 1, 2. I haven't been a Big Brother fan since its inception. I only enjoy like any husband, wife, fiance, girlfriend, boyfriend out in the universe. You watch shows because of your significant other sometimes. So a show she was watching Big Brother, I'm like, okay, let me watch this. And I was like, wow, this is super lame. And then eventually I got into it. So yes, I replied to get on Big Brother, but I don't know, man. Big Brother. Here's my problem. and Johnny Boy will know this, hearing me on air versus off air. And not that I'm completely different, but like on Big Brother, for those who don't know, you're in a house for 3 months and you're mic'd up 24/7 for 3 months. And people, if they pay a subscription price to Paramount Plus, can watch you for 24 hours a day, the full 3 months that you're in there. And so there's a Boy Green camera and mic on me at all times. So outside of me being in the shitter, there's a few places where it's off limits. But outside of that, but even in the shower, you're there. Like they just have like it's blocked off so they can't see you. But like, so outside of those scenarios, but everything else is fair game. I don't know if all my inappropriate jokes that I crack at a moment's notice are going to fly, because what happens is after you get eliminated from Big Brother, you're like, oh, I'm eliminated. You walk through the front door, but you don't go out to the streets. You're into a live television studio and they interview you after you've been eliminated. And I've seen this before on these shows. Hey, Paul, on day 7, you called Johnny Boy a blank. Your response? Oh, I see. And then you're on live television. So I don't know if my jokes would fly. So I think the more I think about it, it'd probably be best I don't get canceled or anything with any, like a joke that just doesn't hit. Like I'm a stand-up comedian. I'm like, huh? And then everyone goes, Paul, that is incredibly offensive. So I don't know if that's going to be the show for me. I've applied, so I guess technically they have my tape. So at any point, but I probably will apply again. I'm not going to lie.
BG, like, just to everybody in the chat, this is one of the things. So you guys see BG here.
Yes.
The way he talks, the way he is every day. Yes. That shit is legit. Boy Green every single day. So we were there chilling in the room and shit. And he'll make these random sounds, right? So like, you know, he's zipping his freaking suitcase, right? And he's like, zip. And I'm like, yo, that shit makes zip for sound already, bro. Like, why are you making these random sounds? Or he'll just go into the bathroom and he'll be like he's a fucking horse or some shit. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on right now?
No, that's sad. I can't confirm. That's sad. That's absolutely not true. But we will see. So actually, I will probably apply to get on Big Brother again. But I applied to get on a bunch of game shows. Some game shows I'm not allowed to say. You sign a contract because I got close enough to be on a show, so I can't say some shows that I almost got on, unfortunately. But hopefully in the future, when that passes, I'll be able to talk about it more. But yeah.
Or how you feel about being on the show early in the day when you go to sleep so fucking late. Like,
well, now I'm getting up even earlier. I have to adjust my time. So you've seen some of my prep, Johnny Boy, for these Boy Green dailies. With the show now starting at 7, I can't get up at the same time because I need to finish my prep. So I have to get up like an hour earlier, even though it's 30 minutes, because I have to overcompensate in terms of stats, research time, articles, graphics, all this stuff. So I have to get up at like 5 something in the morning. Sometimes now I always beat my alarm. I don't even know I have an alarm. This new alarm, like today's yesterday was the first 7 a.m. show ever, but it was pre-recorded for people who didn't know. I saw you guys debating that. I have not developed the science to be in 2 places at once. So yes, that was pre-recorded. Today is the first official like 7 a.m. show. And I had to get up at 5 something in the morning, but I got up at 4:40 because my body was ready for that alarm to go off. So I just got up. So it's a sickness. It's a sickness.
Yeah, dude. The way I feel today, coming back from the show last night and everything, I felt like you, bro, that night. You were like, yeah, dude, I'll never forget that shit. That shit was the most funniest thing I've probably seen in such a long fucking time, when you were just like, oh, Boy Green Daily, 7:30 a.m. every single day. Yeah. He's like, what the fuck was I? This dude is having an argument
with myself,
with himself, right?
Yeah.
And I'm in the bed and shit like this, all like comfortable and stuff. I'm just seeing this guy just like literally punching himself in the face. You fucking idiot. Bow, bow, bow. And I'm like, oh man, should I say something? Yeah, it was awesome, BG. So
I appreciate that. Well, God bless America. By the way, we have 300 people in the room, including 100 here on YouTube. Make sure you guys like the video here on YouTube. We only have 46 likes, but 100 people in the room. That math don't math. Like the video and show your support. Like I said, we'll be cranking out a bunch of content that'll be happening here. I've got more notes from practice we could get into, but I also, Johnny boy, I'll show a little bit of this, and then we could go to the phone lines, and I can do more of this later. But Barbara asked on another video, like, Paul, who signed your hat? Because like a bunch of people signed it. So here you go. All right, let's take this off. All right. So this hat, first off, shout out to Shad, who's going to be at our tailgate this year. He sent me this hat. He's out in California. This is the Orange County Jet fans out in California, and he wanted to represent them. And so he sent me this hat. This hat's very nice. And before I left, I'm like, let me get a hat that'll be okay with people signing, if that comes to be. Now, normally we go to training camp, they have a gift shop, a huge gift tent. You could get all kinds of crap, jerseys, footballs, all this. But because they're doing construction, they had no gift shop this year. And I went, oh, that sucks. So I'm like, well, this hat's the only thing I have if I run into a lot of players. I brought other individual things. If I ran into the right player, it's only for them. Like, I have a Geno Smith jersey. It got signed by Geno Smith. It was very cool to meet him and get it signed. But I wasn't going to have, hey, Garrett Wilson, do you want to sign my Geno Smith jersey? I think that's stupid. But again, hey, lots of people did that, so I'm not trying to call you guys idiots. It's just a personal flavor choice. I'd rather them sign something else. But anywho, so we have this hat, and this got signed by, I'll just read some of these, okay? So we got Armand Membu. All right. We met Armand Membu. I'll bring up some of the pictures there. There you go. There's Armand Membu right there. Pow, pow, pow.
That's cool.
Armand Membu is cool. Oh, Kingsley Jonathan. Okay. We have Kingsley Jonathan, a Syracuse guy. There he is, right?
Oh, that's a pretty dope. That's a really awesome autograph. The way he signs it.
And yes, so let me throw that up again so you guys can see this. Yeah, that's Kingsley right there, the 57. And the cool thing here is I love people that have a unique signature like that. You guys can't see it. It's one of my favorite signatures I have of my collection. You couldn't see it anyway. It's behind the Survivor book. But I'm reorganizing my office, so I'll do it when I come back. Sheldon Richardson has the most badass autograph of all time. He has a money sign with his S name for Sheldon, and I'm like, damn, that just looks so cool. It's unique. It's clearly Sheldon. You know, I don't have to go, like I have some Jets training camp hats over there from 13 years ago, 15 years ago or something, and I have to look and go, 61? All right, New York Jets roster sheet 2009, 61, whoever wore that, so that's cool. Let's see. Who else do we have? Oh, Garrett Wilson, obviously. Come on, baby. Boom. I've got a great Garrett Wilson story to tell later. It's right there. Pow. Great Garrett Wilson autograph. That's very nice. Let's see. Who else? Oh, Mason Taylor. There you go. Right next to Garrett. All right. We got to meet Mason. Very nice. There you go. There's
that's
Mason.
cool.
Okay. There's Mason on 85. Let me see.
Did you get Ruck?
I did not. Ruck, someone did like a thing with Ruck. There's some Ohio State thing, I guess. So someone went, hey, Ruck. He turns around. They go, OH. And he goes, Ohio State. And he did like some stupid thing. Sorry to any Buckeye fans I just offended there. Let's see. Trying to see if there's a ton of people. Some of the autographs are hard to even interpret.
That's pretty dope, though. That's that's really cool that you got that, BG. I mean, let me ask you this real quick, BG. Does that?
Oh, David Bailey, by the way. There he is right there. David Bailey. Pow. Might be hard to, I don't know if I'm holding the hat right, but 31. There you go. There's David Bailey. Go ahead. Yes.
So that's what I was going to ask you, was David Bailey. And
yes.
did you and did you be like, were you able to say, hey, David, I was the guy that was at the draft?
Yes.
Took the picture.
Cool. I'm glad. Well, let me see if I can I think I saved all the pictures. So let me throw up David Bailey. I'll try to throw up these people as we're talking about them here. Jets training camp. They're all different file sizes. Oh, God damn it. All right. 1 second, everybody. Hang on tight. I've got these pictures I can show while we're doing this. But yes, I did try to, I either tried to be very nice or have something special to say. Like any person that came over, I said, it's a pleasure to meet you. Whichever player it was, I tried to call them by name and be respectful and say whoever they are. So yeah, here's David Bailey. Okay, so here we go. I guess I could share screen. That'll probably be the easiest way to do this with a lot of pictures. All right, so here it is. This is from our Discord. So if you're in our Discord, you have every photo of every player that I met at training camp, which is cool. There's a lot of them. So here it is. Here's me and David Bailey. I know that's a small photo, so you just have to use your imagination to blow it up even bigger. This will just be the easiest way to show all these. But so David, I said, hey, David, I was at the draft. And we took the selfie together. I was the guy up top. We went, oh man, that's so cool. Wasn't that awesome? And he was sort of engaging with me about it. And I was like, oh man, that's so cool. So yeah, David Bailey was a super cool dude. And again, I want to give another shout out to the Jets. So we had, unfortunately, Johnny Boy, a bad experience at the beginning. I got there at 6:20 in the morning because, again, early guy. Me and Court Sports had to get there as early as possible. We wanted to be as first as you could possibly be. And we go to this hotel. It's like 5 minutes from the Jets stadium, Jets training facilities. They wanted to sort of control traffic because they didn't want people parking at the Jets facilities, all the construction they're doing. So we go to this hotel, and it's 6:20 in the morning, and we quickly realize no one else is there. We're like, oh, crap. There's no early shuttle. The first shuttle apparently is at 8 a.m. So we're there an hour and a half early. And we're like, ah, shit. Well, it's better to be early than late. And then other people start showing up. Connie Carberg, Chef Kevin Gilbert, Nick Shine, all these guys. And we're part of the first group. So the first bus rolls up to take us to training camp. We load up on the bus. There's about, 15 of us maybe on this bus. Me, Court Sports, Connie Carberg, Nick Shine, all these people. And we're excited, like, oh, we're the first bus. We're going to get there first and then see it all and do it all. This is great. This is phenomenal. The bus at like 7 a.m. or something, or 7:30, like starts heading to training camp. And we're like, yeah, we're like, J-E-T-S, we're going nuts. Bus pulls up to where, if anyone's ever been to Jets training camp before, this is where you get off and you walk into the grand show. So we pull over and come in, and a Jets employee comes up and goes, no, it's not open yet. Go back. And we're like, are you kidding me? I'm like, what do you mean? We're here. Like, come on, man. We're just going to sit, like, or do something. And Jets employee tells the bus driver, turn around. It's not open yet. And we're like, are you? All right. So the bus turns all the way around, brings us back to the hotel. And so the bus is parked right in front of the hotel. And we all on the bus say, well, because at this point we come back, there's 100, 200, 300, 400 people waiting in line to now get on the buses. And we're like, oh, hell no, we're staying on this bus. We're not going nowhere. It's a short bus. So that's why I said 15 people. It wasn't like there's a lot of empty spots. That's what it was. So we're waiting on this bus. And we're like, we're staying on the bus. So as soon as they say we're ready to go, we're already on the bus. So we claimed our spot, said we're not going nowhere. And everyone's like, yeah. And then it gets to apparently the appropriate time where it's open. The bus goes, and we're going nuts. We're going to training camp. We pull up to the same spot. And then a guy comes up and keeps going, no. And we're like, what now? What in the love of God's going on now? So the bus empties. We all get off the bus and we walk up to where we believe we're supposed to be going. A few media members are walking by. Kimberly Martin of ESPN, Brian Costello. They're like walking with credentials. Like they're passing us and going in as they're supposed to. And a Jets employee goes over and says, you guys aren't supposed to be here. The entrance is on the other side this year. And we're like, okay, so now what? And they said, well, here's what we're going to do. Your bus just left. We're going to call you a new bus. It'll get here in 20 or 25 minutes. And then it'll bring you on the other side. And we're like, whoa. We're first. We've been waiting here since 6 a.m. We could see across this parking lot where the Jets facility is, people were getting off buses and going in that had just got there. I'm like, wait a second, we're getting screwed here, man. Look, like we were here first, but they're on the other side. And then the security guard is getting like, now he's getting angry at our response of like, going like, what the hell's going on here? And like Nick Shine and Chef Kev are getting a little aggressive with the security guards. I'm like, oh, fuck, what's about to happen? This is not good. And they're like yelling back and forth at each other. I'm like, oh, Jesus. Like no one's listening to anybody. And then this real angry security guard for the Jets comes over and says, hey, I'll tell you this. You guys don't cut your shit. We're revoking all of your training camp tickets and we'll bring you back and you're not going to training camp. And I'm like, whoa, what the? So, whoa. Let me get this straight. We come on the first bus. We get here early and we get punished because the bus driver apparently dropped us in the wrong spot. How are we supposed to know? We're not supposed to provide him GPS instructions? I assumed he knows where the hell he was going. So, it started getting super intense. And I was like, oh my God, it was getting bad. So thankfully, shout out to Lou B. Oh yeah, people saying it looks weird without the hat. Okay, I'll put the hat back on. Okay, people, Jesus. All right, let's get that. I just have lettuce. I want people to know that I don't wear this because I'm bald. I have a beautiful, rack of hair up there, which is phenomenal. Anywho, so they all get, and then I'm like, damn, like man, what a terrible experience at the beginning. So I just tell this story to say, Luby held our seats, so we were able to all sit where we were going to sit had we arrived exactly on time. So shout out to Luby of putting it together. But a lot of security guards got super aggressive. I thought it was about to turn very bad, very poorly. But the light at the end of this tunnel is the Jets made up for it. Not to us. They didn't say like, hey, you guys got screwed, so here you go. So they didn't do that. That would have been nice. But they just did right because this was the only training camp practice, Johnny Boy, that was open to the public. And every player that came over, they sent like the whole team. And again, I have, so here I'll thumb through some of these. So this is David Bailey. Let's see. We've got Connie Carberg. Shout out to Connie. Kenyon Sadiq is here, our rookie Oregon tight end. Omar Cooper Jr. I've got a whole story to tell about that one, about running into Omar. Cade Klubnik came over. We did a whole thing. That's another fun story we could talk about in a few. Armand Membu came over. I talked about that. Me taking a picture of a grandma on Cade Klubnik. That's a whole nother story we can tell. Geno Smith, meeting him. Garrett Wilson, meeting him. Another fun story with Garrett Wilson. Breece Hall, got to meet Breece, baby. And I was yelling Breece at him. I don't know if he appreciated that, but I did. David Bailey. And there's a bunch of them. There's even more on Discord. But so we got to meet all these people, and it was pretty special. So shout out to the Jets for like making it right, even though they didn't specifically for us, making it right for everyone who was there. And every player that came over said, thank you guys so much for coming. So I don't know if that was just them saying it or a message from AG, like, hey, or the PR staff, like, make sure you thank all these fans for coming out here for this practice. But they just did a nice job of doing that sort of stuff. So that was
Dude,
good.
you gotta tell us the story, bro. Like you
Which
can't
one?
just be like, oh, there's a story about this.
Well, there's just a million stories. And
I mean, let's hear the Coop. The Coop. I feel like the Cooper
Okay.
one, you kind of got really into it. You know what I mean? You were like, I got a Cooper story, and I'm not gonna tell you guys, so fuck you.
Well, okay, so here's Omar Cooper Jr. on our screen. Okay, so you guys all know, and I'll do a video with this where I grab all the pictures and have everything all set up to tell you guys the story.
I have your card, and I will not give it to you, fucker.
Okay, all right. Let me tell this part of the story first, right? So, okay. Fast forward version. I'm at the draft, right? Everyone knows I get the Omar Cooper Jr. card. Goodell, me, lock eyes, bing, boom, bam. He gives me the draft card. I have this draft card. Roger Goodell, what I didn't know is I didn't know you could get the card. And secondly, I didn't know he signs every card. So that's cool. So I have this random Roger Goodell autograph card for this, the actual draft card they used to announce that they traded back into the first round to get Omar Cooper Jr. I have this card. I'm like, wow, this is super cool. I have this card. And then I thought, we've all talked about it on the show. Like, would you get Cooper to sign it? Like, do you give it back to Cooper? Like, what's all these things that you would do? And I'm like, do I even bring this card? Because here's my fear. You've seen Happy Gilmore, right, Johnny Boy?
Just take that shit from your ass, bro.
So here is my fear is that I'm like Shooter McGavin. You know how he doesn't win the spoiler alert, by the way, for the first Happy Gilmore movie from 30 years ago, but he doesn't win the golf tournament. Adam Sandler does. And he's like, that's my jacket. And he just grabs the jacket and starts putting it on. And then the big guy with the screw in his head goes, I believe that's Mr. Gilmore's. And he's like chasing after him and he's slow motion, like running with the jacket, like he just stole the jacket, like it's mine. And then he gets beat up. And he gets all beat up. Well, me taking the Omar Cooper Jr. card out of my house, I was afraid that like, hey, that belongs to Mr. Cooper, sir. And then like people were going to be chasing me or something would happen. And I didn't even know if I'd run into Omar Cooper, right? Because for people who have never been to training camp before, who comes over to autograph is random. Like the Jets just send players. Like I don't make a request. Hey, Jets PR guy, I want these 7 players to come over. That's not how it works. It's random, whoever comes over. So anywho, for this Omar Cooper Jr. story, what happens is I get a bunch of cool autographs. And I meet a bunch of cool people. You guys saw that all in the photos. Now it's over. The autographs are supposed to be over. You're supposed to leave the autograph signing area and go to the buses that will bring you back to the hotel where you're parked. And the Jet security guy says to me and everyone else, hey, signings are over. Move on. Leave. And I'm about to leave. Oh, okay, security guy. And then as I'm walking, someone goes, hey, Coop's down there. And I go, now's my chance. Because in my head, I got all these cool autographs. I don't want to be ungrateful, but I brought the draft card with me.
Hell
And I
yeah.
said, if I run into him, I'd like to get him to sign it and keep it for me personally, not give it away, Taylor Sterling. And so, you are Taylor Sterling says, I'm the guy with the screw in the Adam Sandler Happy Gilmore. That's Mr. Cooper's card. And so the security guard says, stop. Like, you guys all sitting here, leave. Like, go this way. But he's like, he's not in the same area, so he can't like grab me and do it. There's a barrier between us. And so I hear that Cooper's down there, and I look, and I'm like,
when's the other opportunity you're ever gonna get something like that, right?
100%. So it goes back to actually, see, this is like a comedian having a punchline and going back to it from the beginning of his set. I told you and Snowball, as you were butchering the 50 new coffee club members, that the problem that you guys lacked was confidence. Because you said these names willy-nilly, it made me not think that's how any of them are pronounced. However, if you just would have went Joseph, Fred, Scott, I'd be like, okay, well, these are the guys' names. Okay, that makes sense to me. So with the security guard here, I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm just going to beeline, not like sprint, like to get away from it. I'm just going to walk, and I'm not going to like, if I just like trepidatiously sort of walk by him, he's like, dude, do you not hear me? You dumb idiot. Turn around. I said, go. So I just walked confidently around him in a stream of people, and I went the opposite direction of leaving, going towards where Omar Cooper Jr. was. And he didn't say anything. I'm like, yeah, I've got a shot now. Like, and then Omar's in a line of people, but I'm not going to like cut off kids. Kids are in front of me. So see, I'm not that kind of guy. So kids are in front of me in line, but I'm just going to wait. And if he makes it to me, he makes it to me. And Omar makes it to me. And we get this picture. So here's, let me throw this up here for the people that watch the show. Here's me and Omar Cooper. We take a picture. But before we take a picture, I tell the story to Omar. I say, hey, Omar, I was at the draft, and this is going to be crazy, but I have your draft card. I was there at the draft. Can you sign the other side of this? And he just had this like crazed look on his face, like, whoa. And I wish I would have mic'd myself up so we would have this audio. I plan on doing it. I brought my mics that I never used, because then you guys would be able to hear like some of these conversations I had with the players. That would have been cool, but I blew that. So sorry, folks. That doesn't exist. You'll just have to take my word for it, I guess. But I tell him the story. It's like, wow, I've never seen this before. And folks, I can confirm for the first time on camera.
Hey, go full solo on your.
Oh yeah, here it is. This is the first time. So Johnny Boy, thank you for asking for this follow-up story. No one else has seen this yet. Even me actually looking at this right now, it's like the first time I saw it, because like he signed it, then I had to put it away and move on. Here it is. The card is complete. Omar Cooper Jr. signed his draft card with Roger Goodell with the 30th overall pick of the 2026 NFL Draft. The New York Jets select Omar Cooper Jr., wide receiver, Indiana, that is signed by Roger Goodell and now signed by, there it is, Omar Cooper Jr. This is the official draft card from the draft stage in Pittsburgh. The only reason Omar did not get this card is he was not there in person for the draft. And if you're not there in person, they either donate it to charity, they give it away, and now there it is. So, man, that was so cool. We had like a moment of talking about it. He said, wow, like I've never seen this. We just had a quick conversation about it because, like, again, the autographs were supposed to be over, so I don't think we were supposed to be having the conversation we were supposed to be having. But it was just cool. He said, man, that's so cool. And I'd never seen it before. And we took a picture, and he just said, that's awesome, man. And I went, oh, my. And that was just almost like validation for the people that would have been changed. Like, yeah, Boy Green, that's Mr. Cooper's card. So instead of that happening, he almost gave me the blessing of like, yes, my man. Yes.
I mean, dude, that's so fucking dope, bro. Like, I just, again, you deserve it, man. I mean, fucking with everything and just busting your ass and being able to get there. I mean, it had to happen. It happened. You manifested it and it occurred. So shout you out to being able to do that. I mean, what did he say when he saw that? Like, was he just like, oh my God, dude, this is.
I can't remember. I think I was talking to Court Sports. So Court Sports has never been to a Jets training camp before. I've been to several, so I'm very blessed. I went to a bunch in Jets training camp days or Jets Cortland days when they were in Cortland, so it's more intimate. They're all staying in a dorm room and all that stuff. I've been there to the actual Jets facilities, which we were just at now. I've been there before previously. I went there last year at Lou B. So I've been there a handful of times. I don't go every year, but I've been there a handful of times. And Court Sports was asking me advice, like, hey, what am I about to experience? Now, unfortunately, because of the construction, a lot of things that are normally there were not. There's this thing called Jets Fest for kids. They have blow up jet things. You can throw a football, play cornhole, all that kind of stuff. They normally have a legend on site, and they actually had a ton of alum. Lavernius Coles was there. Wayne Corbett was there. All these people. We didn't get to interact with them. They were on the field. So this part didn't happen. But normally, one of those Jets legends also would have been at this fan fest, and he would have been taking pictures and autographing things for fans. One legend. And so there's that. There's concessions and all this other fun stuff that's normally there in the place we were supposed to be, but apparently weren't allowed to be, which is the story from earlier. And we found out on the website, like, I'm like, Court, I'm so sorry. You're not going to get the full experience. All these things are supposed to be there, apparently are not going to be there. And she said, hey, because I assumed there were still going to be like autographs after practice. She said, hey, can I like talk to him? Can I interview him? Because she has like a little mic. Can I ask him questions? I'm like, yes, you can. My only whatever fear, concern, whatever for you is, and I don't blame the players for having these interactions, but they're sort of herding sheep, right? Like, I don't know what the team tells them, or the PR staff says, hey, you have 5 minutes, autograph as many things as you can, take as many pictures as you can, but like, you got to move and groove. I have no idea if that's what they tell them, but I told her, like, I don't know. I've heard sometimes, I've been around people at previous training camps where someone would say, Johnny boy, you're my favorite player. I watched you since I was a kid in 1992. And their response typically for the players, yeah, thanks, man. I don't think they're listening. Like, not in a mean way, they're just trying to get through people. So I warned her, like, I don't know. You can try whatever you want. What do you have to lose? Who am I? I don't know what's going to happen today, but that's just my experience, that you don't get a lot of engagement because they're sort of moving and grooving. So to get back to, like, what did Omar say? So I tried to, and I was in a lucky position because we're at the end of this. He wasn't just going, just signing random things and moving through people at a million miles. It was me and like 2 people left. So I felt like I had an opportunity to explain something to him, as opposed to say, hey, can you just sign my jersey? So I said, hey, Omar, like, this is going to sound crazy, but I was at the draft in Pittsburgh. I got your draft card. I was there in the section in the front, and we're like locking eye contact as I'm explaining the story. And I said, I would love if you can sign the other side of this card. This is the draft card that they announced for you. And he, for a second, like, stopped before signing, like, oh my God, like, wow, this is cool. I've never heard of this. Like, I didn't even know about this. And then at first I thought, was he going to go, yeah, I'll take that. And then
run with that shit, right?
Oh yeah. And I'm like, and in my head, I'm like playing in my head. I'm like, what is he going to say? Like, what's about to happen? And no, he just said, wow, man, that's so cool. And then he goes to sign it. And I'm like, oh my God, this is amazing. But I didn't get a lot of time to like look at the autograph and go, oh man, this is so cool, because we're in the middle of talking and stuff. So he signs it. I put the card away and we talk a little bit more about it. We take a picture. He just said, man, that's so cool. And then he moved on. There's kids and other stuff he was talking to. So yeah, it was cool. We just had a real conversation. Like, it wasn't, like I said, a passing thing that happened. So that part was really cool, man. So that's a fun one for sure. And I got to tell this story for Chubb for Club out in our audience. So let me cycle to that.
Yeah. And that was the other one. The Cade.
Oh, and then okay. Well, grandma. Before I get to me, let's get to the Cade grandma story first. Okay. Yes. This poor woman. Okay. This poor woman next to me. And again, Discord, you can see the full photo, but I'm just doing this because this is easier. So we're standing in line. So at first, everyone's sort of sitting. There's stands off to the left of this old woman. If you look behind her, there's stands where you sit to watch training camp. And a few Jets employees came over at the end of training camp and said, hey, the pen is now open. You guys can line up to get autographs. That's where they'll be signing things. If you want, you could get up right now at the end of practice here and like reserve your spot, like stand in line. So I heard that, said, oh yeah, let me get in line. I have no idea what's about to happen. So I get in line and go. And this old woman stands next to me. There's no sitting. She stands next to me as we're waiting for autographs. And all these players come over. And the front half of this Cade story is like, Cade, not every player signed. Not all 91 players on the roster were signing autographs. They sort of spread out. A bunch of them did it, and then they just left, or some players are just going. So Cade's walking away. He didn't sign anything. Practice ended. He was just sort of hanging out with the coach, and then he went to run. And me and this guy next to me are going, Cade, Klubnik, you're the man. Come on over. And he like looked over and like sort of like threw his hand, like, I can't. I'm sorry. I can't do it. And then I'll bring up the grandma back up in a second. He's like, I can't. He's making this motion like, I can't. I can't. He's walking away. Like, come on, Kate, you're a guy. And then he faked like he was coming towards us. Went, no, I can't do it. And then he started running in. And then he went, fuck it, I'm come. And then we start cheering. And like he ran over to our section. So he ran to me first, and we got our picture. And he autographed the hat on the hat. And then there's this old woman next to me. She said, can I get a picture with you, Kate? And he's like, yeah, of course. And she's trying to take the picture. Now, when she lifts the camera, it's pointing out to the sky. So it's not pointing towards her. So unfortunately, if she took a picture, she just would have taken a picture of the sun. So that wouldn't have helped. So she's trying to flip the camera and she can't get it to work. It's some old phone. And then she's like, Cade, do you know how to do this? So now Cade's looking at this phone. He's trying to press buttons to try to fix it. And nothing's happening. Now Armand Membu comes over and he's trying to help fix her phone. And then Geno Smith comes over and he's trying to help her fix her phone. And then I just say, hey, lady, do you just want me to take a picture of you guys? And then I'll text it to you. And booyah, this is this grandma. That's her picture. And also, if you go to the Jets post photos on their team website and I have one where they took a picture of me taking a picture with Jawan Briggs. They have several photos of the players trying to figure out this woman's phone. So you guys can see the rest of the story. So you'll see the pictures of them all looking at the phone and doing all that. So whoever this old woman is, I never got her name, but she knew me. She said, oh yeah, you're boy. There's no green, but she knew I was boy. Either a boy like that was my gender, or she recognized me from the show. I'm uncertain, but nonetheless, she got that photo. So shout out to that old woman. And I helped you get that picture. So yes. Yeah.
All right.
So
I mean, did you feel the aura of Cade? Like, could you know what I'm saying? Because remember the whole slow motion, the hair swinging,
I'll tell you that. Two things. Again, I wish I would have mic'd myself up for some of these conversations. Like another conversation I'm about to explain in a second, no one's going to believe, but it's true. But I'll stay with the Cade thing for a second. And also, I wish I was like filming stuff or something, because like the Cade interaction of him coming, going. Then he came over. And when he came over, it felt like it was in slow motion. He was just like, and his hair's just going, whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. And I was like, whoa, look at this guy. Like maybe he really is running in slow motion and I'm just seeing it live. Or is that just my brain doing that feature? I'm uncertain. And he just runs over and he sort of has a Southern drawl about him. He's a Texas kid, went to Clemson, so there's a Southern accent of sorts with him. And it was there was an aura, there was a vibe. Now he didn't have a great day at practice. He threw a pick to old Quantas Stiggers, unfortunately. So he didn't have a great practice himself. But yes, there was an aura, there was an energy, there was like an it factor thing about him. Now, maybe that's going to mean nothing. Maybe that's going to mean something. But we told him he's our future franchise quarterback. He seemed to appreciate that. Yes.
Did you tell him the Don story by any chance? Where you're like, yo, I know your guy.
Oh, I should have. Like, see, that's terrible. I should have. Like, he would have known him because obviously he was intimately familiar with Don. So some of the guys I got to tell like a story to, like David Bailey. Oh man, we saw each other at the draft. Blah blah. Omar, the draft card. This says, hey Geno. When he signed my jersey, I'm like, I had this when not a kid. I guess I can't over exaggerate. I got this Geno Smith jersey in 2013 when he was a rookie. So 13 years ago. So I was 20 years old. So I was a lot younger, and I still had the same jersey that he ended up signing, which was cool. That I wore this when I was a kid Jet fan or a young Jet fan. And then now 13 years later, he's back on the team and he signs this jersey that I had when I was younger. That was like kind of a cool, like whatever sort of full circle. Wow. That's nuts. Like I lived with my parents when I was younger, getting out of high school, college and all that. So that was cool. That was a cool story for him. So there was that one. And then here's the last one. Again, no one's going to believe this. I already know it, but I still have to tell it. And it's this. So, no, it's not Cade Klubnik and Grandma anymore. So Garrett Wilson, okay? So every person that's coming up, right, every player, I like I told you, I'm either telling them a quick story like, oh, I met you at the draft, oh, this, or I'm just saying, hey, it's a pleasure to meet you, or whatever. And so Garrett Wilson comes through this line. Garrett Wilson comes in front of me. I'm like, hey, what's up, Garrett? And he goes, hey, you. And I'm like, me? It's like, I love what you're doing. Keep it up. And I'm like, you remember me? Like we did an interview like 4 or 5 years ago. And he's like, yeah, man, I see your stuff. Keep it up. And I'm like,
Oh
again,
shit.
and I
That's
wish I
cool.
was mic'd up because then you guys would have heard it. You could believe me, but I didn't. I mean, here's the mics. Here's the fully charged mics that I never opened. I should have just clipped it to my shirt and it would be real and you guys would hear it and it was real. And then, anywho, he signs my hat and we have this conversation and then he's going to leave. And I just said, hey, man, thank you so much for the kind words. That meant a lot. And he says, I meant it. And he keeps walking away. I'm just like, damn, man, that we do this podcast game. And I had him like, that would have had to have been his second year because I
That's awesome,
interviewed
dude.
him after he had the crazy catch against the Bills that Joe Buck goes, unbelievable. How did he haul it in? Where he like juggled it to himself because Zach Wilson can't hit the broadside of a barn. So Garrett had to do some crazy catch to bring it in. And I remember interviewing him. You guys could see that if you Google Garrett Wilson interview or put it on YouTube, Garrett Wilson Boy Grid interview, it'll come up. And I had him after that because I showed him the play. I'm like, you got to walk me through this play, man. That's insane. So this is like, oh, it's 3 years ago, I guess, because of timing. So I interviewed him 3 years ago. And I tag him in some stuff on social media, but like, I don't know how often he interacts with it. And he said that. I was like, damn, man. Holy crap. That's so cool. What a pinch me. I'll put it out on social media later. That is such a cool pinch me moment. He didn't have to do that. And I heard him with other people. He wasn't just saying that to other people. So it's not like I made up this story like in my head, like it actually happened. And just like we had eye contact, I'm like, you know me? You remember me, Paul? And it was just, oh, man, that was cool. So that was one of the coolest pinch me moments, man. That was so freaking cool.
Dude,
Just
that I mean,
freaking
but
cool.
again, man, you are killing it, bro. So I
Ugh.
mean, the fact that he remembered that, the fact that he remembers you, that's pretty cool, man. So
Yeah.
like I really hope because on the show the other night, we
Yeah.
talked about it, who are going to be the individuals that are going to get to see.
Mhm.
And I hope it's Garrett. Like Garrett deserves that
Mhm.
C on his jersey to be a captain for the New York Jets. I mean, that guy has been a class act since he's been wearing the green and white. So for me, cool moment, man, dude. So I'm gonna ask you this then.
Okay.
Are you more emotionally invested in this team than any other team that you've ever seen put on the green and white? Because dude, there's just so many amazing stories that are coming out this time around compared to maybe any other time before. Or
That's such an interesting combination of words there, Johnny boy. Emotionally invested. Because with that right question, I have to unequivocally say yes.
Mhm.
Why? Demario Davis is back for a third stint. Geno Smith is back. Aaron Glenn is back. Minka Fitzpatrick is back to the New Jersey area. There's so many guys that are back that feel like they have a mission that they have to experience, be a part of the turnaround. So yes, there's been year like 2023 with Aaron Rodgers and everything. I'm thinking we're winning the Super Bowl and all that. Yeah, that was special. I won't lie. But the emotional investment, not from that perspective. Like Aaron Rodgers was a hired hitman. He wasn't. Geno like got drafted here. Demario got drafted here. Minka was born here. Like I don't know, man. There is. I do feel emotionally connected. I did feel already that this could be special. This could be different. This could be what. And I don't. People are gonna misinterpret special and think it means Super Bowl or this. I don't know what it means. That you go into a season with these open expectations of I don't know, we're 0-0. Let's just see where this season brings us. And I hope that we surprise and go on winning streaks and playoff. Last year was 3-14, man. So
Yeah.
like, yeah, I am emotionally invested in this team, more emotionally invested than I've ever been. For people asking, it was a Marriott hotel interview. Jared B says, was it a Pepsi interview? It was a Marriott hotel interview. And here's the other part of that story, which I would assume would have made him remember me more. They offered for me to do the interview in person with Garrett. And I went, oh my God, fucking in person with Garrett Wilson? That would be amazing. Now, for those who don't know, Johnny Boy knows, a few people may know or may not know, I live 5 hours away from the Jets. So what they said was, Paul, you'll get like 15 or 20 minutes with Garrett in person. Do you want to do it? They don't know where I live. And I'm talking to my fiance. Do you think it's okay if I drive 5 hours, do this 20-minute interview, and then drive 5 hours back? And like, I was thinking of it in my head. I'm like, can I do this? Is that crazy? I mean, it's Garrett Wilson. And like, long story short, I can't remember if it was, I mean, it couldn't have been too many kids because Paulie wasn't born yet. So I, for whatever reason, I couldn't do it. But they said, we'll let you do it virtually. And I'm like, oh, thank God. Thank God I don't lose it if you don't do it in person. So we had this interview. And I'm going to have to go back and watch the interview. I just remember Garrett laughing like, you're crazy, man. Because, like, I don't know. I said weird things or whatever the hell I said. Like, he just said, your energy's wild. Like, listen, you could go watch the interview. It's there in the universe. I just remember him laughing and just having all these moments of, like, that it wasn't just a normal interview, that we had these, like, fun, interactive moments. And so that was cool. So, like I said, I'll definitely tweet that out. That just hit. So, yeah, that was freaking cool. But yeah, Marriott Hotel was the sponsor of choice, which again, for content creators out there, sometimes you could get really cool interviews with players. And again, all you need is a foot in the door, and then who knows what happens next. I got this interview because of that sponsorship, and now maybe we could do another interview. It has nothing to do with sponsorship. He just wants to do an interview because he likes me. So, like, you get any door in the, any foot in the door that you can.
And
Yeah.
the last thing,
Yes,
'cause I know you said you wanted to get the phone calls to
of course.
pop
Yes.
off, right?
Mhm.
Kenyon Sadiq. So I saw the picture that you put up. That dude looks massive.
Oh yeah, he is. Let me get the picture back up. Yeah, this guy is friggin' huge, man. Where is he? There he is. Yeah, it's probably hard to tell in this random selfie photo that we took, but he is huge. And I overheard this. I don't know if I'm supposed to share this, but it's not like crazy groundbreaking news. But Kenyon's obviously walking in a line to sign autographs. A person next to me goes, "Hey, Kenyon, basically, how you feeling after the surgery?" And he goes, the surgery stuff is fine. It's just me getting the live football reps back. That's the thing that I'm getting. I'm feeling more confident every day because now I'm running around out there. It's just he feels better. And people have said this, right? That like Kenyon ran a 4.3840, perhaps the fastest 40 of all time, or slightly faster than Vernon Davis, again, depending on your stopwatch of choice. And he had a hernia while doing this. If he didn't have the hernia, how much faster would he have run? So, yeah, he's a freak. He had a really active day. Let me see. How many touchdowns do you have? I think I wrote this down. Yeah, Geno Smith hit Kenyon Sadiq for a touchdown in a red zone drill. Let me see my other notes here. Any other Kenyon Sadiq touchdowns? Was there another one? Oh,
Yes.
Cade Klubnik loves Jelani Woods, by the way. Good Lord have mercy. He hit him for 2 or 3 touchdowns yesterday in a red zone drill. That was awesome. Is there anyone else I left? Sadiq, I think I only had him down for one touchdown with Geno, but still, like the cool thing is, and I heard Rich Samini describing this on the Jets Collective podcast earlier this week. Kenyon Sadiq, when he faces against defenses are going to be playing the game Where's Waldo, because he can line up in the backfield, he can line up at boundary receiver, he can line up in the slot, he can line up in fullback mode, H-back mode. He just was taught, and I'm like, man, that's exciting. So yeah, you can't tell, unfortunately, with this photo because of the selfie style of it, but yeah, he is yoked up. He is
I mean, you could see it, bro. Just look at the arm though. It's a trip, and you can see the distance, right?
Yeah.
Between you and him.
Yes.
But he's massive. That shit's fucking crazy. Wow.
It's exciting, man. It's exciting.
Who was one person that you were like, wow, that dude is like that good? That dude's gonna be a problem for
from training camp?
Yeah.
Let's see. Let's look through my notes. Who's a player that I think is going to be a problem for people? Who's a good guy?
Who's a guy?
Here's a guy. If I had to, well, again, I told this to Court Sports yesterday. A guy that I wasn't as high on that I think a lot of other people are high on heading into camp, like before I saw the practice. But everyone was talking about is Adonai Mitchell. Everyone's like, oh my God, Adonai Mitchell. He can walk on water. Hey, Court Sports, perfect timing. You come in here, such a good day. She just came in here. This is a perfect story because I told her this in our TikTok.
Court?
Shout out to Court Sports, by the way. It was awesome. Thank you, Court, for coming with me to training camp. That was awesome. So you're amazing. And guys, make sure you support her. There you go, Court Sports on YouTube, TikTok, all these damn places, all this hoopla going on. Make sure you show her a lot of love. And I told her this. She sort of asked a similar question. a lot of people have been hyping up N.I. Mitchell. He could walk on water. He's, oh man, he is amazing, and all these things. And again, I get the advanced analytics. Look at the separation he created last year. Our quarterback sucks, so no one could take advantage of it. But just imagine you translate that to a better quarterback, Geno Smith. Like, man, he should blow up. And I'm like, maybe, but let's see it. Like, I don't know. And one of my favorite plays of training camp practice yesterday was just Geno Smith. He has a great cadence, by the way. I think someone only jumped off sides once, but he just says, "Red 88, Red 88, shot, and they're, all right, we're good. Can. All right, go." And then like he like just sat back in the pocket, took like a 3-step drop. And I saw Adonai, and he just like fired it over the top. Beautiful layered throw to Adam Mitchell on the left hash, and there was some. I wouldn't call it tight coverage. It was semi-tight, because Adonai Mitchell is very good at creating separation. But he had to make an acrobatic play to be able to catch the ball, shield away from the defender, and then still get into the end zone. And yeah, Geno delivered this perfect ball to Adonai. Adonai made this acrobatic sort of diving catch into the end zone to catch it for a touchdown. Crowd erupts, goes wild. And Adonai does like this one celebration where he's doing some of this, a little bit of this action. So Adonai, if you're watching this, I apologize because I probably did that no service whatsoever with my white and Puerto Rican body. But yeah, he just like did, and I'm just like, man, that's it. And that wasn't the only play. He was very active with Adonai Mitchell yesterday, but that's the one play that's sort of the microcosm of everything. Is that damn, like that can be a very special connection. And if that is eating, Garrett's eating, Brees is eating, Mason's eating, Sadiq's eating, like that's to be exciting. So the hype and seeing it in person, like after all this hoopla, my own eyes watching it, that to me is like, okay, Adonai Mitchell, I'm buying the stock now. Yeah.
All right. Well, like I see you play, boy. Were you able to meet Court's pops again?
I did.
Yo, he's the man, bro. Dude, that dude is the man. He has so much like you know how you talked about Cade having that aura?
Yeah.
That's her pops, bro. Like that dude is the man, bro. That dude is awesome. I feel like there's a story.
There's a story. I don't know.
Yes.
Court, I apologize to you, your father, or your mother. I don't know if you want this story out, but well, unless she stops me in time, I will share this story. And the story is this.
Do it.
So we're at the Cloverleaf Tavern. And the event starts at 11. I'm not there at 11 because I'm getting autographs. So I didn't make it right at the beginning, but it started at 11 at the Cloverleaf Tavern and went to about 3:00. It actually went later because I ended up doing a live show, surprisingly, from there, and it was great. So Court's dad and mom did not make it to training camp practice. They didn't have tickets, unfortunately. So they could only come to this event after the fact. And they weren't there as soon as we got there. So me and Court sat down, we're eating, drinking, all this stuff. And then she says, "I'm not sure." Well, that's not definitive enough, so I'll keep going until you say no. So anywho, so we're at this, go for it. I told him, okay, great. Oh, well.
Oh, but she knows it. So she knows it.
I just got the green light. So, okay, here is the story. So we're there at the Cloverleaf Tavern. We're sitting right there, and our parents are not there yet. So we're just eating, hanging out. They eventually show up, but all the tables are taken. But some people are eating and then leaving, and so they get a spot right next to us. And her dad is super cool. I love her dad, her mom. Great energy, great people, and thank you guys for hosting me. That helped. I'm in the middle of a move, so money's getting tighter. So like, to be able to have a place to stay so I could go to Jets training camp and then leave and drive to and from and go through it. I couldn't have done it without them. So thank you very much to the entire Court Sports family for having me and hosting me. That was very nice. And so I'm hanging out with her dad, and her dad says, "Man, I'm just such a big fan of the show." I'm like, "Man, thank you." That's, and a lot of people, by the way, I'm going to miss people. Anyone that came up to me and said, "Hey man, like, I just enjoy the show. I never say anything, or you do say something," like that was very meaningful to me. So again, folks out in the audience, thank you. And it was awesome, by the way. I wanted to give a shout out to Robert Wilson Cruz out there in the audience. I met him and his beautiful wife V at training camp. He talked about how big of a fan he is, and thank you for he was telling me about his life story and stuff. So that was very cool. Big fan of the show. Really enjoys it. The interviews, all that stuff. I said, "Oh man, that's very nice, sir. I really appreciate it." And at a certain point during the day, I just tell Court, "Hey, I'm gonna go." I asked Jake ahead of time if it'd be okay if the moment struck, could I start and do a podcast show in the corner and just do it? And so he's like, "Yeah, sure, of course." And I'm like, "Cool." So I do it. And her dad apparently, this raffle we just did, Johnny Boy, with $25 tickets, all that jazz.
Yeah.
So, the raffle it's about to happen the next day, and apparently her dad's like, you know what? I want to get into that raffle, baby. I want to get in. He's already going. Him, his wife, and Court are all going to the game already. So I don't know what he would do with these tickets. It's up to him if he would have won. But he just decides with him, Court, and his wife that like, hey man, I want to enter his raffle. Okay. Now, Court stat at this point, maybe a few beers in. I don't know. I wasn't watching the tab. I don't know what was going on. Okay. He may or may not have been a few beers in. And he goes up to Jake Asman and says, hey, Jake, $25 for the raffle, baby. And Jake tells me he's confused. So pause time. Jake's like, what raffle? What the hell are you talking about in his own head? I have no $25 raffle. What is he talking about? So Jake is confused as all hell. But her dad is as convincing as ever. $25 for the raffle, baby. I'm in. He meant to give me the $25 for my raffle. I don't know why he misinterpreted Jake as me, or Jake was a part of my raffle as well. So yeah, he gives the $25 to Jake, and Jake is confused. He doesn't understand what this money is for, what raffle this is for. So he just says, oh, okay, great. Thanks. And so her dad is convinced that he is in my raffle. He's accidentally in Jake's raffle. Jake said he honored his raffle tickets, and I honored her dad's raffle tickets too. So even though that money never came this way, it went to Jake. I said, you know what? I will pay for it. I'll put the $25 in for her dad. So he's in the raffle for us. And if he wins, phenomenal, because that was what he was trying to do. So I paid for his ticket for today. He was in the spinning raffle. I paid for his $25 and said, here you go. You're in the raffle. It's official. Like the raffle ticket counts that he was in. But yes, Jake, I texted him after and said, hey, just so you know, I mean, you throw him in your raffle because like, hey, whatever, but I'll take care of his raffle ticket. But yeah, this is everything that happened. And Jake was laughing his ass off about it. So that was, he thought it was funny in a great way. So shout out to the Court Sports family. That is the story. That was unbelievable yesterday. That had me laughing. So shout out. That's cool. Hey, it's the thought that counts, right, Johnny?
Hell yeah, 100%. I mean, dude, that family's awesome, man. So big shout out to the whole Court Sports family, dude. Pops is that dude though, man. Like,
oh, he's
Pops.
a cool guy.
Pops reminds me of like my family.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So like seeing him and how much he is invested into the New York Jets, and he talks ball too. So which is awesome. So that you see where Court gets it from. Yes. As well. So
and look at that. Court Sports says he was trying to do that so he could win them and give them to someone who needs them. Ah, come on. I mean, he's just quality human. He's quality human. So that's beautiful. 100%. That's beautiful that he even attempted to do that. And now again, we'll wait. Jared B has reached out to MFC, who did win the raffle earlier. So, by the way, just in case you're just joining us, say, oh my God, what happened with the raffle? MFC, Mother Effing Chew, won it. We will see what he chooses to do. Hopefully, enough of us peer pressure him to going, and that'd be awesome. But if some reason something occurs, I will work with MFC to see what else has to happen. So, TBD on that. But MFC, you won, and congratulations, sir, for winning. And also, shout out to Philium. So, I met Court Sports at the draft with you, Johnny Boy. When I met her at the bar, that was the first time I'd ever met her before. So, I had heard of her from Woody and you, and so I got to meet her there. We met her at the draft a couple hours later. I met her parents as well at the draft, Gang Green Beach Club. So I got to run into her a lot of times. But I think the cool thing of this trip to me was you get to talk to people like Johnny Boy for ours at the draft. Like we had done a million podcast interviews, busted chops, all this stuff, but hanging out, just eating food, hanging out together, like you just learn more about people. So Court, I had known of her, but then I'm hanging out with her mom and her dad. I'm like, oh wow, I'm getting to know these people. I'm learning about, she raises chickens. She has 6 chickens at her house. She has a chicken coop. She gave me a dozen eggs on the way out. So now I've got chicken eggs from her chicken coop.
And they're probably the best chicken, bro. Fresh.
I've not had it yet. So
fresh eggs from there.
I've never had fresh eggs before. Okay.
Yeah, dude. And you know, I'm over here to talk a little bit about that. So my bad, BG. But you know, they'll have stuff on them, right? Like weird stuff that's on them. Well, you got to keep it on there because it keeps it fresh. And then when you're getting ready to use it, that's when you wash it off or whatever.
Okay.
And then
Yeah,
you
she
use
sent
the
me some
egg.
instructions or something. I haven't looked them at yet because I got home late last night and then just threw the eggs in the fridge because she said no matter what, keeping the, obviously refrigeration will help. You don't have to because of that's something I learned. Something about because these chicken eggs are fresh, you can leave them on the counter because they're immune and something. I don't know. I got to learn more about it, but
yeah, it's pretty dope. So because I mean, both of our families, myself and my wife's family have farms, so
cool.
we grew up on that shit, and it's
so you're about
dope.
to tell me that these eggs are about to be like the greatest eggs of all
Bro,
time.
there's such a difference, dude. It is.
Oh,
it
really?
Is,
Okay.
Yeah, like you could tell. You know what I mean?
Can I ever go back to normal eggs again after having these eggs?
You won't want to, but you're probably gonna have to because unless you start going
unless I'm
get
visiting
fresh.
court every other weekend, that's probably not going to happen. So
Or up there in Oswego, if you know somebody that does, because there are people, you know what I mean. So you'll see a big difference on it. But BG, this is awesome. Big shout out to my guy, Florida Phil, man. I seen him just up in the chat. You know what I'm saying? So, dude, there's another person I can't wait for you to meet him.
I've never met him before. So Tennessee is where I will meet him. Yes, that's awesome. I can't wait. That's going to be. By the way, because we're in the new 7 a.m. era, so let me explain all of this to everyone in the audience. So William Ainley, whoa, the show's still on. Thought you'd be going to the new job. The new Buffalo Bills indirect job, because I answer those text messages and everything every day. I don't work directly for the Buffalo Bills. I am not Boy Blue. This is Boy Green Daily. Yes. This new job is Monday through Friday.
Mm-hmm.
So the weekends are unaffected. But it felt silly to me to do a show at 7 a.m. Monday through Friday, 7:30 on Saturday, Sunday. That's confusing. For what reason? So I'm fine getting up earlier, doing whatever I have to do. But I want it to be consistent because that's what I like. And that's what people have complimented me on with the show. They just know every day it's on, no matter what. Well, outside of kidney stones, apparently. But most of the time, it's on no matter what at 7 a.m. every morning. So the weekend shows will always be longer. The weekday shows, now this Bills job is getting delayed a little bit, but I'm still going to do 7 a.m. and I'm going to get hopefully in the habit of there's a few new things. Callers will have to be more restricted. We're about to open up the phone lines here, and I know we're 2 hours in, so sorry for the people waiting to call, but I'll have call-ins. We're going to come up with a new system that gives callers more, sort of contained times during the weekdays because I want to get to as many of you as possible. And I'm going to get to the phone lines. It's going to be more strict. If me and Johnny Boy are co-hosting on a show, we'll do a 30-minute show back and forth, and then boom, phone lines at 7:30. Okay, we'll take as many phone calls as we can before we go. And then we're still figuring out, is it 3 minutes, 5 minutes, 2 minutes? How long can people be on the show? But I want to make sure everyone has an opportunity to be on. And to do that, I'm normally not restrictive. Someone can come on for a minute. Someone can come on for 10 minutes. I normally don't restrict, but I will have to restrict or people are going to be left at the window, and I don't want to do that. So I'm going to start to sort of get in the habit of that during weekday shows, even though the Bills job apparently is a little bit delayed, some radio problems behind the scenes. So technically I could do somewhat longer shows on some of these weekdays, but I want to get into a habit of getting this new rhythm down. So we'll work on it. We'll work on that behind the scenes. So yes, just to explain that to everyone in the audience. All right, Johnny Boy, are you ready for the fans?
I am.
There you go. All right, let's do this. We'll take a timeout. We'll welcome in your phone calls next here on August 2nd, the day after Jets training camp. Let's go.
1, 2, 3. Jets
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Boy Green Daily, a daily New York Jets video show, also available wherever you get your podcast. Thanks for joining us this morning, Sunday, August 2nd. I was at Jets training camp yesterday at the practice and the post-show party, or post-practice party, rather, of course, at the Cloverleaf Tavern in Caldwell, New Jersey. There was a cook-off between Chef Kevin Gilbert and another chef. They made burgers and chicken, and they competed blindly that no one knew who cooked what. So, yeah, there's just a lot of fun had at the restaurants, and that was amazing. So thank you to everyone who came out. Thank you to everyone who said hello. Yeah, man, it was a wonderful experience. And
Who
yes,
won it?
Chef Kevin Gilbert won it. So
Of
yes,
course.
well,
Duh.
I mean, yeah, he's a legend. Now Chef is such a humble and whatever guy that like the other chef, and I'm not saying these were false comments. I didn't get to taste the food. There was official judges that got to taste all the food, but Chef, like after winning it, yeah, he gave a loud Jet chant and went crazy, and then he went, well, let's show some love for my competitor. And he did a wonderful job. And he explained all these things. I was like, damn, like that was cool. Like Chef Kevin Gilbert explained that he had the home court advantage. So he had all these ingredients and all different things. And this guy, you know, he was playing on the road, this other chef, but he gave him a lot of flowers. I said, oh, that's very respectful. That was very nice.
Yeah, BG, if that would have been you, you'd have been like, yeah, motherfucker.
I got 2 words for you, sucker. Yeah, that's probably true. I would have given him the business. So Chef is a much better man than me, but I think most people knew that already. All right, let's get to the phone lines here on the program, and let's kick it off with, Frankie already said it. Hemp.
Hey guys. Hey, I had a good
sir.
time. Yeah, this was a magical season so far, especially for both you guys. I mean, and you've just done so much and so many things. There's so many contacts and stuff. Really cool. Here's the big question of the day.
Okay.
Did you relay Earl Christie's message?
So I mentioned that not all players came over. So the message. So this is a two-parter, right? So Demario Davis, unfortunately, I did not get to see. He was the one I really wanted because I think he, you know, I know Geno and him both came back at the same time, obviously. I can't, not that I know Geno incredibly well, but Demario's faith is very present in public. His relationship, and that apparently he leads these, I don't know if church meetings, prayer
meetings,
prayer meetings, right?
Yeah.
He, from everything I understand from hearing from other players, like that he leads these. He was the one I said, this is I think he's the quarterback. He's the answer to this because he has the previous relationship with AG that Geno doesn't. Like, so I was hoping because, like, again, players are coming in waves. I don't know if Demario's around the corner or not. So I did not tell Geno because I wanted to tell Demario, but I should have just told both. But I didn't. I never got Demario, so I never told the other side. So I did not. So I blew that for Earl. Yes.
Well, Geno was also part of those prayer meetings they have. Geno and Demario, because I guess they're from Florida, right? So
yes, that's right. Yeah, so they were, but I knew that Demario already knew AG, so I thought because of they were together with the Saints. So I said, "Oh, he's the leader of the prayer circle, and Earl is a man of God." And then that and knowing
that was your end.
Oh, that's what I thought in my head, and I'm like, "Oh, Demario, just come around the corner, and I'll tell the Earl Christie story." And so.
That's so strange. We were talking about it. We were thinking that Geno would not be available.
Yeah, I totally 100% have. I totally thought there was a negative percent chance Geno was going to come over. I brought my old Geno jersey just in case, but I thought to myself, like, this is never coming out of this bag. But okay, because I thought Demario, like, if I was the Jets PR team and I was thinking of like, who am I throwing out there that the fans just go nuts for? It's a guy who's on his third stint. He could go to the Hall of Fame one day. Like, come on, like it's an easy. Everyone just goes, Demario, we love you. Like Geno's the one that has some stuff. And then if you were on the show earlier, Lou B, or earlier Hep about Lou B having the interaction with Geno,
that was hilarious. That was great, Lou.
So Lou, and so those are open, right, to happen. Like none of that's happening with Demario. So that's why I assume the PR staff's like, Geno, maybe take this one off, buddy, maybe not. And so that surprised me. So so Earl, I totally blew it. I was hoping Demario was going to come over because in my head, that's what I convinced myself.
That was the guy. Me too. I would have done that. But anyway, we'll still work on it. Maybe behind the scenes, we'll find somebody, or maybe the guy you could drop him a note, say, I really, Earl Christie's really asked me to do this, and then because I think that would really I don't know why. For some reason, I feel like we're going to go to the playoffs if he addresses that team. I don't know why.
I believe maybe this is all going to come together. So let me see. I definitely have a picture of this
Hey,
guy.
and I have a
Here it is.
question for
Okay,
you
before
after all of
Hep.
this.
Okay, here it is. Okay, I'm gonna go full screen. Okay, there is a individual here. I'm about to show you guys on the screen. I don't have his name in front of me. Court Sports has his name, so if she's still in the chat, she can throw it in there so I have proper spelling. But this guy's name is George, and he was waiting outside of the gate where we're waiting to get into camp. And here's a picture of him with a sign. He was asking AG for a job. And the sign says, New York Jets, Coach Glenn, looking for work. I'm an excellent, quote unquote, get back coach. That's the coaches that hold you on the sideline if you go too crazy on the field and they pull you back. So he says, I'm an excellent get back coach. P.S. I'm cheap. Have faith. Like that, hey, I'm affordable. And so this guy had this sign out for training camp. He was trying to get AG's attention. And he wasn't getting his attention, but he came to practice. And what happened was enough people saw him with the sign that Jets employees took down his information. They hooked him up with free tickets to the preseason game on August 14th. And they're going to try to hook him up with AG because of this.
Wow.
So
that's the kind of stuff you got to do.
100%. So that lit the light for me. If they just did this for George, and which is awesome, that, hey, man, like that can happen for us to get the Earl Christie in front of AG. And no offense to this guy, like AG doesn't know who this outside of him George holding this random sign, AG didn't know who this guy was. Earl Christie is a Super Bowl III legend. So like that gives me faith that even though I missed the mark initially, that we can turn it around to do that for Earl. So I believe George Tyner. So there you go, Court Sports. George Tyner. It's a guy's name that's was asking for a job. So thank you. And she did a video on him on TikTok and all that. So you guys can check that out. But so that restored faith to me. If they were able to do that for George, we can't do that for Earl Christie. So yes.
That reminded me of a quick story. I was trying to get a recording of an original piece of music I had. So what I did was I bought a pizza, and this is the day of cassettes. Yes. And what I did was I bought a pizza to the guy. I ordered a pizza for this guy's house, and I put the tape on the inside of the box. I recorded it and stuck it on there, and the guy just delivered the pizza to his house, and he was like, I didn't order a pizza. He goes, yeah, you got a pizza. I was like, I got a call. I go, hey, that was very clever, dude. We're going in another direction, but that was really clever. So
cool. So what? So do you have it taped to the top of the box?
No, like on the bottom of the pie, like to the. So when you open up the pie, there was the tape.
Yes. Oh, that's so awesome. See the Hap. Look at that creativity, man.
Hey, Hap. So you're gonna be up on the You're coming.
Hey,
to
who
the
do we
tailgate,
got?
Right?
Justin Jet.
Okay, we got everybody here. Justin Jen. Who's this?
Wesley.
Hi, Wesley. Hey, buddy.
You're on TV, bud.
You're on TV, pal. What's going on?
He's shy.
That's
all
right.
Not normally, but now he's shy.
Hey, what's going on?
I like the PJs. I like the PJs.
Yeah, the PJs are nice. Yeah.
Yeah, they got matching PJs on today.
Let me see. Yeah, nice. Oh,
little
cool.
cups of coffee.
Oh, nice. That's very fitting. That's very on brand. I respect it. Yeah.
So what's the question, Johnny?
Yeah, real quick. So you're going to be at the tailgate this year, right, for the Browns?
No, I'm going to be at the night before the dinner.
The restaurant takeover, yeah.
Gotcha. So are we going to get a new Hep song for Boy Green Daily?
On it. I know I'm bringing the PA, so I'll be doing some music, and I'm going to be doing a song or two with EZ.
Yes.
And but I'll try to work. Maybe I'll work on a song for you guys.
Hey, let's go, baby. I'm with it.
All right, bud. Peace out,
you guys. Have a great day.
See
you later, Justin Jet. Bye. See ya.
Let's go, Jets.
There we go. Wesley, Justin Jets, Hep, everybody. Awesome. Let's go. Yeah. Great family there. So, yes. Also, I'll get more into this now. Again, MSC, you won a raffle. Congratulations. I will now start reinstilling some things I was talking about before. We have a sign-up sheet for the restaurant takeover. If you guys went to the Clover Lake Tavern yesterday, that's a slice. That was an Asmaniac party, but that's a slice of what we're going to be doing for the Boy Green version. That's coming up. So we have a sign-up sheet. It's in the YouTube description down below. Just like Hep, if you're not going to the game, you could still go to the restaurant takeover the night before. If you are going to the game, of course, you can also go to the restaurant takeover. So there's no one or the other. You can do whatever you want. So you don't have to choose this or that. You can.
I know Court's going to go.
Yes, Court, her mother and father. They're all going to both, I believe. I think they're signed up for both. Let's go. I can't wait, man. It's amazing. Yeah, it's
Can you believe that Jet football is literally just
next month.
weeks away, bro. Like
Right. Preseason game is 12 days away. I cannot believe that. The first game is next month. I cannot believe that. I'm just fired up, man. I'm excited because, again, everyone knows this that's calling into the show here, right? There's all this speculation. There's this. We're in training camp now, so there's real things. Oh, Geno did this in practice. Oh, I've got 2 or 3 sheets of notes of like, hey, this player did this. This player did this. This player did this. Like, I love that we have actual things to talk about. That's cool, but it's just amazing. Because, like, I think we're all ready. Like, I can't wait to be there in Tennessee to kick off the season and let's go. This special season of, like, what's about to happen today is about to set the tone for what's happening. Training camp, being there to see our 2026 Jets. This was my first time, of course, and probably a lot of people's. Like, I didn't see them in April. I didn't see them in May. I didn't see them in June. I didn't see them in July. I saw them in August. My eyes saw this is the 2026 Jets. That part's pretty cool.
Yeah, dude. And like, again, you, myself, and Luby, when we're there at that damn freaking draft, which was great. So I don't need to say damn, but I'm just talking about in the sense of how exciting it was, right?
By the way, Barbara, Hall of Fame game this Thursday. So football's back this Thursday, people. Sweet. But no, go ahead. Sorry.
We said it all together, bro. Like we all three said it. We were like, yo, there's just something that's different about the season. Like maybe it's because we're at this draft right now and we see everything, but you just felt it. You know what I mean? So you just felt it. Lou, my guy, bro. I called him up so quick after that video. I was like, bro, you have to make this
Lou
short.
is the only person that can get away with this because Lou, there's just a smoothness to Lou. There's this suave quality to Lou.
There
is something like that. That's true.
I was thinking, I was like, when he gets here, I'm going to offer him my Sprinter. I'm going to say, Beast will drive you around anytime, but I couldn't get all that in. So I was just waiting. And I was like, got you. So, but he laughed. He actually laughed.
He did. It looked like it on video. So that's, thank you for confirming. Yes.
And it definitely spread around because, BG, some of the people that were there at the draft that worked for the Jets and everything, they actually texted me and were laughing too. So it got around. Definitely got around.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's funny. Okay.
I think I have it's possibly going viral. We'll see.
It seems like it. It's been picking up steam.
And then Jake sent me a collab post. So
I saw his version. Yes, right. Yeah,
it's out there. Thank you to Gator who made me like an incredible edit yesterday of like me doing. So I did that with all the players. The Geno one obviously got the most
attention.
So we just edited it down, but it was fun. I mean, that's not my thing, but I just think it's funny and I mean it actually. We'll
I mean literally, yes, right.
We could hire Charles Gorman to be his driver, and we'll just pitch in and pay him, and just Gorman will be out there in a suit. And
Bro, and you know that this fan base will do that. I know. Like it should be crazy, bro. Like Charles Gorman driving Geno Smith everywhere needs to happen. Like
fucking perfect.
We need this. Gator, if you're watching, this is the perfect skit. The perfect skit.
And us just paying him with super chat. Drive Geno. But I thought other than that, the reason why I know it sounds silly, but the reason why I offered that in my brain was because I want Geno to be safe because Geno played good. I don't care what anybody like when Geno got signed, like others, I wasn't like pumped. I was like, what? I got all the Geno. The one thing about me is I get attacked with jokes because I'm so out there with the Jets that I got slammed with jokes by a zillion people. To be honest with you, I think at the end of the season, we're going to have at least a good season with this man and say, who's laughing now? Because Geno looked good. Jake Klein just texted me, we should start Cade. Jake, I instantly disagreed. Geno looked 1,000 times better than Cade Klubnik yesterday.
Oh, yeah, Cade had a rough practice. Yeah.
Yeah, he looked good. Like
he's fixed.
He's there. He's
right. Yeah. He wasn't terrible. Like he had an adequate rookie 4th round pick practice. Right.
He's there. He's learning. But Geno is light years. So let's not. We need Geno to stay healthy. And the other thing that is undeniable is the chemistry that he has with these guys. right? I never saw that with Justin Fields. They were like literally dealing with Justin Fields like emotional baggage, right? He was like a sensitive guy crying, like Geno will be beating somebody up in the locker room before he's going to be crying in the locker room. I am all about fucking Geno Smith right now. I got to be honest with you.
Let's go.
I know you didn't think the secondary was that bad, but I did think that they were blowing coverage. I thought the communication wasn't that. I thought Brownlee is obviously a guy that's like better in the run, but not really good.
I mean, it leans towards you, right? If Geno had a perfect practice, well, that doesn't speak very good of the secondary unless he was just throwing perfect passes every time. And he had a lot of good passes, but no. So, again, if people were picking sides between Boyd Gray and Lou B, I imagine they'd have to go you based on the Geno Smith perfect practice. But I also would say if the secondary was just bad, then I think people would take away from the Geno practice, say, oh, those guys were just shitty. And I don't think people should do that. I think Geno was cooking too. So
it's definitely it's probably like a little bit of both, right? But no, he was throwing darts. The spin, like last year when we were there, BG, we were like looking at, and I keep saying we were looking at Justin Fields' ball, and it was like, is it coming this way or is it going that way?
You block yourself,
right? But then he ran so fast, right? Justin ran so fast that we were like, holy shit, he's talented in a different way, and that was sort of a mirage for us,
definitely.
But there is no question to me that the chemistry and Geno's just ready to throw that fucking ball. He's going to throw picks. There's no question.
That's going to happen.
There's going to be it's going to be pickopotamus right now. But he is going to, like, Justin, 50 yards, 12 yards in a game. Are you kidding me?
That's disgusting.
Geno's going to do shuffles that are going to be more than 12 yards, right? So with that being said,
yes, sir.
Rest assured, we definitely have a bridge to get to where we need to go. Like that's just what I really truly believe by seeing the chemistry. Like AD, incredible. This guy, Geno, was the perfect guy to give him like the confidence that he needs. This man was broken in certain ways. He was like a high pick and he went through all this shit and then they put him on the sidelines. His job is to be a starter here. There is no question. His confidence is back with Geno, and they are like, the way these two celebrate is even more hardcore than when him and G5 celebrate. But him and G5 are great too. Like everybody's like, Geno was like the guy. Telling you, I can't believe I'm saying it.
Let's go.
Lou BG, like we said it on Friday night on the show, just for a while.
Hey, look at this. Philliam with a $5 super chat, by the way. Let's give some love to Philliam in here. Pancho Verde lives.
Wow.
He lives. But we said it. This is the first time that AD is getting any kind of, belief in him from an organization that's like, yo, you are going to be a starter. We believe in you. We believe in what you're going to do. And I think that's going to resonate hopefully within the season itself. I mean, if you really need me, just reach out and touch me type of thing. So I think that's what's going on.
The practice last year was nothing like the practice this year. This was night and day. This was a force of guys. Like, you just felt it. They were coming. They were run. There was just a ton of shit going on, and that was not like that last year. So the other thing I want to say is me and BG were talking about Dunbar, right? Remember the guy? So the guys were going up to him, asking him questions, and he was like nonchalantly with his round hat on. He was like, this, that, the other thing, boom, boom, boom. The other guy would come up to him nonchalantly, man. Blah, blah, blah. Okay.
Great observation, by the way, on Low B, because obviously for those who have never been to a training camp practice, there's 3 or 4 fields, special teams, offense. There's a lot happening. You could be overwhelmed. So it's sort of observational. You got to pick things to look at. Ooh, I'm going to look at David Bailey and Olu Fashanu, Olu Fashanu. I'm going to look at them battling. I'm going to look at this. So when Luby said that, I started to look over like, oh, wow, that's cool. Seeing the engaging conversation you're talking about.
Luby. Yeah, he really was. And it was like a guy who knows everything. So he just had the answer, and it was like, move on. Next guy, come to me. Tell me what you're feeling. Tell me what are you seeing? And there were guys asking a lot of questions. I don't even know some of the numbers. The numbers were throwing me off yesterday. Court Sports knew a lot of the numbers. I was like, who the fuck is that? Who is
Yeah,
this?
right.
Who is that? Right?
91
I had
players,
no idea.
right?
The
Yeah,
kicker
that's
had like 86 on or
yeah, that was
56.
weird. Yeah, it was
Some guy was blasting
yeah.
it, but missing too. But we definitely the kicker thing is not solved. Let me just go on
I
record
think
saying
so.
that
Yeah,
the snapping thing is
Oh,
far
I
from
brought that
fucking
up
solved.
earlier. 100%,
Yeah.
Libby. We both saw the backup center. Again, it wasn't
Yeah, he
Myers,
was.
but the backup centers, and there's multiple of them. Ooh,
Yeah, there was every time he snapped, just like the quarterback's like this. So he's worried about catching the ball. So you for a split second, you're worried about catching the ball, and your mind goes back to like the thing. The one thing about Geno that I wanted to bring up, the way he's looking is the way he's throwing.
Yeah.
It's kind of a very easy read on him. Like if he's looking that way, he's throwing that way.
Which is the picks, which may be part of the problem that he's staring down his
Like
target.
this man needs to be like,
yeah, some no look passes, maybe something.
It
yeah,
is
it
so
makes me a little
fucking clear
nervous.
as day.
Yeah.
That that's the way he's going, and you could just tell where he like you could actually know who. I was trying to call it out, like I got it wrong a few times, but you can call it out where he's going.
And isn't that impressive that he had a perfect practice, and that was our observation, Luby, that we're like, damn, it looks like he's freaking staring it down. Apparently he must not be, or we're having a bad perception or it's our defense sucks, or maybe he is looking them off, but we're like not seeing his eyes or something. Maybe he is doing it, but it looked like his helmet was pointed this way, and then he threw this way. So yeah, that's what I thought too. But I guess a perfect practice, something was cooking.
It's got to be a 3:45. Is it you again coming for rounds of more? Anybody, dude? I wanted to ask you, Lou and BG, because I did see that they did put something out there.
Hey, look at Indy. Let's give some love to Indy here. Member for 18 months. Indy Jets.
Wow.
And I will say real quick, for all the people that came up and said, and very nice words. If I watch Boy Green Daily, I love you, man, all these things. And so many people, again, I don't want any people, I'm going to forget people and not name them. But as I've said many times, BG, make this a family. It's cool. And this family happens a lot of reasons. I was telling so many people stories about me and Lou B's origin story of how we met and how it all of a sudden exploded into all these other things. I was telling people that, like, of all the unique ways that people have, whether people just listen to the show on audio, said, wait, there's a video show, and then they came over. People I've met at training camp, people I've met at games, Lou B, our story with you winning the raffle, and then, it's just crazy. So it is a family. It's humbling. Me and Court Sports were talking about that on the drive back from the Cloverleaf Tavern yesterday. It's special, man. This is a family, and we're all here for when the Jets win. How all of us from all these different walks of life are coming together to uniquely celebrate one common thing we all have together is our Jets. That's cool.
And you guys saw the anticipation throws from Geno Smith, like.
Yeah, no, he, like I said, if you look, he was looking that way, he was throwing it that way. Someone ran up and got the ball. He was good, man. Yeah. He was good. I don't care what anyone says. Like, the one thing I do good is like watch the game good. I don't know like how they line up, what you call the nickel, that I don't know about any of that. But I'm a fan. I did fantasy football my whole life, so I always try to like look for the guy who's gonna, that I need to pick.
And go ahead, Lou B. You want to say something about Indy, please?
Yeah. I had my Indy shirt on yesterday, my Indy Jet shirt, and I wanted to bring Indy to practice with us, and that was my way of doing it. And look at the fucking day Geno had. So Indy, you definitely, I'm very superstitious. So it worked. The Indy Jet shirt worked. It brought the team together yesterday and brought all of us together. There was so many like people that are in our world, from like the Matt O'Learys and the Ryan, like the people that are just like in our world, and the fans that are on those shows. Like I saw so many people. I felt like they only gave tickets to us. It was so weird because there's Jet fans that we don't even know. There's so many we'll never even know. Don't know who they are. They're not coming to this anymore. But yesterday it was a really unique clan that was there. And everywhere you looked, there was someone, and then people run up to Boy Green, like, "Oh my God, you're Boy Green!" I was like, "Oh, please, fucking stop it!" And it was like, "Can you take a picture of me and my wife, please?" I'm like,
"Oh, I did. Yes, that is true." Yeah.
They were saying, "Please." I was like, "This is crazy." Yeah, it was like that. Two other observations. Membo was murdering Bailey yesterday.
Oh my God,
murdering him.
Fucking handed him his lunch money, which again I think is good. We don't want David Bailey beating our guys with a stick. like over and over and over again to have some back and forth. And David, this is the one part I have not caught up on because of all the driving. They all did media and stuff that I normally pay attention to if I'm not driving a million hours. So apparently David Bailey was going, yeah, Armand Mambu gave me my shit, but I'm coming back. We're making each other better. So that part's really cool.
And it seems that they're like I saw the press conference with him, and it seems like they're being competitive. They're not like being friendly.
Right.
Which is good because they're, I told, I spoke to Membo, I spoke to Bailey. Bailey actually, so they blow a horn, and that horn, if you're out there after the horn, you get fined.
What?
So, oh yeah.
Oh, I didn't know this.
Cade was like, I got to get back. They're going to blow the horn. I'm going to get fined. And that's when, because I was like, yo, Cade, get over here. And it worked. He came running over. Like, Cade wasn't signing. And then I got him.
Yeah, I told that story earlier. We were yelling for Cade, and he faked it a few times. Like he said, I can't. All right, fuck it, I'm coming. We all started cheering him. Yeah, that was awesome.
Because I just wanted to like wish him luck, because I feel like I feel like I have to do it personally, right? So spoke to Membo in my video. I was talking to him, and Bailey. I was like, hey, I showed him the picture of our draft. I was like, hey, I was one of the first Jet fans to shake your hand. And he looked at me like, and I showed him the picture. He was like, oh, man, that shit's cool. He's like a really good kid, right?
Yeah.
He stayed out after the horn, and the best they'll never be better than Garrett Wilson. G5 to the fans. He was like, fine. He just rolled his eyes, and he just kept signing and signing pictures. The most patient Jet player that we have. And that's the one thing I completely respect about him, because the fans yesterday to meet him, the little kid, he did it with us last year, BJ.
Yeah, 100%.
Right?
100%.
This guy is rich. He's paid. He could just go inside. He stays and he does the fan thing. And he said something that I don't know. He said, this is the year it comes together. He said, we're going to give it to you. He was like, we're going to give it to you. This is the year. He did not say that shit last year.
But Lou B, Garrett Wilson's immature, right? Garrett Wilson is about himself and all that shit. I remember hearing all that noise, and I was like, nah, bro. Like, this dude had every opportunity to rip the New York Jets every single time that he was up there talking. He never did. And the sidelines, when he was flipping out, going crazy, it's just because he wants to win.
Oh, he does.
He wants to win
badly.
I've never understood the shit of like people like, you want that from a leader. Like, yo, what the fuck are you doing? Like, get your shit together. This is not okay.
Yeah.
So to hear that even more.
Yeah, he's confident this year.
He needs
he
that.
Is very confident. He's very confident this year. He just came off very different than last year. Yeah. He believes it much. He's like, we're going to give it to you. We're going to give it to you. So he, I don't think he was alluding to like, we're going to win it all right now, but he knows they're on the path. He knows. And I think we all do that. We have better players and stuff. Yeah. I think it's different. I do hope the defensive coaching is up to par, right? I don't want to see us scoring 30 and losing by 10.
Right. Yeah, definitely not.
They score 40 on us. So, that's it. That's
hey, real quick. Indy was very moved that you wore his shirt at camp. And again, you may have to be wearing that to Tennessee, baby, to keep the good vibes rolling, at least under a jersey or whatever you're going to be wearing in there, Lou B. So, Lou, thank you for all the stuff you put together for everything yesterday. And again, you're a people connector, my friend. You're a people connector.
Appreciate it's working. I think all the stuff that I'm trying to do, like when I met you, I don't feel like you were as close with some of those other people, and them too. I said the same thing to them. Like I felt like I just helped bring a lot of these friendships together with doing a lot of this stuff. And it worked because I feel like the Jets podcast world, when I first started looking at it, was a little more tension there, like fake tension, but like, oh, that we got to show, you got to show. And now I feel like it's all like clicked together. And I worked on trying to make that bridge in a weird way. Yeah. There's so much other stuff that goes on behind the scenes here, and I do it for nothing. I do it for me being a fan and wanting to see this grow. You guys know that, right? So
yeah, 100%. And I'll say this for Indy. Indy, I did see your super chat, but I'll shout it out again here. Remember, for 18 months, as I've said many times, beat you make this family. So yes, Indy, I did see that, and yes, we are. And again, Lou B deserves a lot of credit for connecting these dots.
Lou, did you give Lou, did you give
And last one here, because
Charles?
we'll have to get to some other callers here.
Yeah, Lou, did you give Charles Gorman shit for wearing that blue shirt? That's instantly what I thought when
Dude,
I
I saw that, and then what blew me off is like, did he just kiss BG? BG,
Yes.
you could be sick today.
That would explain why I'm hacking up over here.
No, really. I'm telling you, man, I can't believe that. And I said to myself, did this guy just wear different colors? A Spider-Man? It was like a Spider-Man shirt to a Jets
I think
rally?
it was Spider-Man. Yes,
This fucking guy. But you know what? Let him wear his indie. Let him wear his indie shirt this year. Take that fucking team down. Get us a good pick.
Nice.
Guys, have a great day. Sorry for taking so long. I
No,
just want
not
to
at
tell
all.
you guys what I saw, and I can't fucking wait for Tennessee. I can't wait to see us attack these motherfuckers.
Hell yeah.
Let's go.
There he is, Lou B, baby, joining us here on the show. And Lou, you never have to apologize. You have unlimited time on this program. You're the best, and we appreciate it. But let's get to some other callers that have been patiently waiting here on the show. Up next, callers are jumping around here. Let's go up next. It's your guy, James.
James, what's going on, brother?
What's up, James?
Johnny, I can hear you. Boy Green, are you there?
Yes, I am. Yeah.
I can't hear Boy Green. Johnny, I can hear you.
All right.
Yeah, so whatever. Let's rock with it. Bro, I have so much FOMO from yesterday. So I go to like 2 to 3 games per year, but I have not been to a training camp practice since 2015.
Wow.
Yeah, I haven't been there in a long time. So everything that I saw yesterday, I was like, motherfucker, I wish I was there.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, my job in the summer, I manage a private sanitation company in the city. So in the summer, everything is just wild. It's crazy. So I couldn't make it, but I wish I could have. But I will be there. Home opener, I will be there in Cleveland. So
nice.
Hopefully we can meet up with you boys and finally meet you.
Hell yeah.
But let me ask you a question. So Lou B was just saying that Geno was staring down his targets. Is that what I heard? Like he was telegraphing his passes, or no?
Well, I would answer, but I don't think James can hear me. But
no, I can. No, I can.
Oh, yeah. Okay, great. Okay, then I will answer. Yes, it seemed as if, like to me, and again, I played football, but you know, I played Pee Wee compared to the NFL. So I
just played high school. I played.
I played high school. I played high school football, and that's as far as it ever went for me. But like we got to see Geno was throwing towards us in a red zone drill, so we were seeing the defensive perspective. It appeared as if Geno was staring down at his targets all day. But again, so are me and Lou B right of what we thought we saw? But at the same time, a pass didn't hit the ground. So either our defense sucks or Geno was deceptive. Like it appeared that he was staring down a guy, but he really wasn't. Because again, Geno apparently had a perfect practice. Not a single ball hit the ground for Geno in 11-on-11s or 7-on-7. So obviously he killed it. So take it for whatever you will. I don't know if he did or didn't.
Yeah, I think we need to take that with a grain of salt. Like I said, I'm excited about it. I think it's great because any other previous quarterback we had, balls were touching they were hitting the ground, they were behind receivers, they were late on their reads, whatever the case may be. But Johnny brought it up before, like, hey, right now we're still running around in combine stuff. You know, they have. I don't even know if the D line or O line have the shells on.
Not even. That happens Monday.
The shells happen Monday?
Well, like they have shells, but it's not even really like they have the shells on. But even then, I don't think you could truly process it till Monday. So yes, they have light shells on, but they don't have full pads come on Monday. Today's Sunday. Tomorrow. Tomorrow's when they come out. That's where let's get serious. Yeah.
But I'm saying you just said that they're going to have the shells on. They're not full pads, bro.
Yeah, no, right? I misspoke. Yeah, so they're going to have full pads on tomorrow. They've had shells on this whole time.
Okay.
They started like shorts and t-shirt, then they went to shorts and shoulder pads, then they went to they sort of progressed it as we've gone through training camp. Tomorrow is full pads, full everything.
And what's the schedule moving forward? Once they hit that percentage of reps, it's full go from there, right?
Yeah, so it's basically full go from there moving forward. The only thing that'll change is ahead of some preseason games like it would be in a regular season, you have walkthroughs. So I think the players take off all the pads and they're literally walking through. So outside of whatever those random practices are and normal days off, it should be full pads the rest of the way.
And you guys think that most of the takeaways from training camp are going to be in these these inter-squad practices. I
Yes,
think those are always great.
100%. I think it's joint practices and preseason games. The reason why joint practices sometimes are even held in a higher light than preseason games is preseason games are taped. I'm going to be doing play-by-play for all the preseason games. If they don't pay for the NFL preseason, I'll be giving the play-by-play for it, and everyone can see it. The tape's there. Everyone can watch it. They have the all-22, all that jazz. What every other team does not have the all-22 for is joint practice. When the Bucs come to the Jets training facility and they're practicing against them, the Jets have cameras for their own in-house studying, but the rest of the league doesn't get it. So they could show exotic things to the Buccaneers. They don't play them during the regular season, so they could get real serious. They're gonna be more than vanilla game script that happens in the preseason game. So that to me is a real test of how these guys perform, and we'll be watching the reports from the beat reporters that are there at the training camp practices against the Buccaneers. That to me is a huge test. How does Emeka Ibuka, Jalen McMillan,
Pair up,
yeah, all those guys. How do those guys look against our corners? That's to me where I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
okay, that's now on a perfect practice. If Baker Mayfield is perfect practice day against the Jets, oh boy, that's a terrible sign. Like those are the things where I'll really be taking note. Yeah,
Johnny boy, let me ask you a question because I asked BG the other day. Who do you think are the starting outside corners?
I think it's going to be Brandon Stevens and AZ Thomas, but I think we're going to see. Dude, I'm really high on D'Angelo Ponds, and I think D'Angelo Ponds reminds me of DJ Reed, and I think that he's going to take Stevens' position because I know everybody's saying that he's going to play more of a nickel type of individual, but I don't see that. I think he's going to take Stevens' job, bro, like as the fucking guy. You know, that's how
you think. What, like mid-year, 5 weeks in?
I think so, man. I think you're going to see that because once he starts to, because I think we're going to see. I think they're going to end the fucking interception drought very quickly. And
your lips to God's ears, dude.
So, you know, that's my take, though. Again, now my opinions don't mean shit. At the end of the day,
of course,
honestly,
this is mine.
I just want them to win by any means necessary. But I'm really, really high on Ponds, bro. So
me too.
I think he's a player that, again, he has that Rudy effect that everybody's gonna want to elevate their game, and I think you're already seeing it when you got guys like Breece Hall talking. And it's like, dude, Braylon Allen and fucking Isaiah Davis are at my heels, trying to take over my starting position. That's amazing. You said it earlier, Boy Green. You know, seeing these guys that are just like they want to constantly be at their best because there is the next guy that is really trying to
chomping at their heels.
So
I think from everything I've heard in the offseason and from what I saw last year, obviously Braylon Allen got injured, but Isaiah Davis looks like a guy that his center of gravity is lower. And he's just as what is he? Well, Braylon's 250, but
yeah.
Isaiah Davis is like he's like 232, 233. He's no small man, and he's like 5'11. So he might end up being the better back. I think Braylon is someone I want.
6'1", 220 pounds. 6'1", 220 pounds.
Davis?
Isaiah Davis, yeah.
Is he 220? Because this is what drives me crazy about the league. Yeah. You'll have a guy that's 230 and they'll be like, oh, he's 240.
Exactly right. So who knows if that's an updated number on their roster website? But yeah, that's who they have. That's what they have him listed at. But that doesn't have to be.
Either way, we have horses in the stable.
Yes.
The offense to me is going to finally, since 2015, be an asset and not a detriment, not an anchor and an ankle weight on the whole friggin' team. Yes, he's gonna make his mistakes, but let's hope that when he's taking his shots, these interceptions that are gonna come, let's hope they're deep and it's like a punt or something like that. You know what I mean? No silly. Where a slot corner reads it and takes it to the house. We can't afford that. But if you're gonna make mistakes, make smart mistakes, if that makes any sense. But I'm excited, boys. I can't wait. I'm definitely looking forward to meeting you guys. So yeah, we'll talk soon. Yes, sir. Talk, guys.
James,
Later, man.
yes, we'll be doing Jets Browns. So yes, if you guys are coming to the game or you're in the area or you still want tickets, again, now that we're going to be giving them away to MFC, we still have tailgate tickets left. Someone emailed me this morning. Yes, I will be pumping those up because I want to sell them all. We are going to have 100 tailgate tickets in total. We've sold 75-ish. I got to recalibrate the numbers. We still have 20-ish tickets left out there in the universe, somewhere in that ballpark. I'll get an accurate number here this week and really start promoting. Once that sells out, it's out. We won't have any other ones available later. So it is first come, first serve. You want to come to Jets Brown Sunday, October 11th, and you want to eat the wonderful food in the tailgate, buy those tickets while they are here. That is for sure. All right. Back to the phone lines here. Up next, let's go to this guy, Ricky, New York Live.
Ricky.
Oh, look at the merch. Look at the merch. Look at that. Look at that hoodie.
Oh, yeah. The Ricky New York Live, like, monogram hoodie.
It's awesome.
That's kind of cool. It's kind of like my take on the Yankee symbol, but with the RNY.
And I see you're on top. Is that your position of choice, Ricky?
I like to be multiple. I like to move. I like to move all around the formation.
It reminds me of the RKO.
Wait. Before we get into the RKO, move all around the formation. Hey now.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. And because I thought today was Monday, I was like all ready to like rapid fire through my points because I thought I was going to be on a timer.
Oh, that's true.
It's okay. Shout out MFC for winning. Shout out Chef Kev. It looks like you guys had an awesome time yesterday. I got to see big chunks of it live because Nate was broadcasting live on the Tazzy show. So
of the show.
From the meetup.
I missed that then. Oh, cool.
Yeah,
great.
It was awesome. We got to see Charles giving you guys some smooches.
That happened. Yes.
We got to see Charles hopping a fence, which was interesting. And as he was doing it, Rick Kent goes, "Man, it's a good thing Yo Holmes was there to catch him." And I was like, "That was fucking Yo Holmes." I had no idea what he looked like.
I didn't either. Here it is. So this is a picture I haven't shared anywhere yet, but so you guys will get to see this first. Here he is. For those who have never seen Yo Holmes, right? They just see the Y letter and then no picture. Here is Yo Holmes. Get ready for this. Let me turn this so you have it the biggest possible quality. There he is. Let's get some text messages out of here. There you go. There is Yo Holmes. Hey, people, can we stop texting me? Jesus, get out of here. Here we go. There it is. That's Yo Holmes in a Bob Ross shirt with Boy Green. This is right before we were leaving. There you go. There's Yo Holmes, baby. Movie star extraordinaire.
The Bob Ross shirt is
you like that?
Awesome, dude. It's amazing.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So there you go. Shout out to Yo Holmes, baby. Nice.
And there's another clip that I think this thing is just going to go viral. I have demanded a copy for myself to be able to play.
Okay.
Charles Gorman, obviously been practicing his release. Roasted Peter Pins on this double move yesterday.
You saw that? Yeah.
Oh my goodness!
I saw that in the parking lot. Yeah.
Was that Charles or was that Weed?
No, it was Charles.
Charles really? Combo. He sort of hit him with the hezzy. He went like,
and then he takes a step to the inside, and he is moving so slow that
there he is.
Pin just kind of wanders over there past with him and has no idea that he's going to try to go back the other way. But dude, it was so slow, but at the same time, it was so unexpected. It was awesome. And there's Nate in the chat. That was awesome.
Taylor Sterling's comment right.
Yeah, and Yo Holmes, my therapist is wrong. He is real. People question whether Yo Holmes is a real person or not. So yes.
That's great. That's awesome.
Amazing.
Real quickly, they hit on a couple of things that Hep said. The Earl Christie message has been delivered, guys. I delivered it myself.
Great. Thank you.
A couple of days ago, I mailed a letter to Seth Ryan, addressed to Seth Ryan.
Yeah, okay.
Begging, pleading that they run this particular trick play since he's in charge of the trick plays. that was in a college football game I had watched, and it was just an awesome play. And I'm like, if we're playing an aggressive defense, Robert Saleh comes to mind, by the way. The Patriots come to mind. The way that all the motion just sucks the defense in, it would be awesome. But at the bottom of it, I put P.S. Super Bowl III champion Earl Christie would like to address the team. He says Mario and Geno have his info.
Oh,
And
perfect. So thank you so much, Ricky.
So yes, I did my best. Who knows if it even works its way to him? But if he gets it before he reads it, I'm
looking forward to this, Ricky. I'm looking forward to this. On One Jets Drive, after the Jets beat the Patriots in Week 6, and then they go to the mic'd up, he's like, "All right, let's do it. Let's call the Ricky New York Live. The what? The Ricky New York Live. Let's run that play. Let's run it in, and then they do your trick play to beat the New England Patriots, and that's on One Jets Drive."
And you know what? The quarterback of said trick play was one-time Jets quarterback Jordan Travis. The receiver on that play was one-time New York Jets tryout player Pokey Wilson.
Pokey.
Yeah. So anyway, it's a reverse flea flicker. It looks like a reverse, but as the receiver is coming back across, he flips it back to the quarterback who goes deep with it for the score. And the whole defense was just like all trying to stop this run in the backfield, and it turned out to be a pass all the way down the field, and it was beautiful, man. At any rate, also
wait one second. There's something that has to happen here. Let me do a quick fix to this. This is unbelievable. We now apparently have footage to show the audience, thanks to Nate Jets, on what occurred with the Charles Gorman play. Okay. I've got it. I've edited it. So Nate, no worries. Here we go. Let's go full screen one more time. Charles Gorman in the parking lot of the Cloverleaf Tavern, because why the hell not? He was running some routes. So let's shout out the Addy Show. Okay, let's shout out the Addy Show here. Shout out to Nate the Great for sending this in. Okay, I don't know if there's sound. Oh, there's sound of this. Okay, here we go. And then I'll show it. Oh, wait. Let me see if I can do this sideways. Oh, yeah, there you go. That'll be even better. All right, I'll show the audio, and then I'll show it to the screen here in a second.
Hold on.
Actually, let's just show you up here. Yeah, so you guys can see this. The video is the most important part. Oh!
Did he catch it? Did he catch it?
I don't think so at all, actually. But it's the move. Now, normally, like in an NBA game, if you juke someone out and then miss the shot, you normally don't get any credit. But I don't believe he caught it. But still, it's the one more time. There you go. Oh, and then the screaming.
Yo,
that's great.
Yo, Peter, my guy, Peter.
Yeah.
Shout out to the Addy Show. The Addy Show.
Shout out to Addy, man. Yo, Peter Pins, though, bro, my man. What is he doing, bro?
He had him on skates.
He had the Stevie Wonder looking out to try to see people, fucking hands out and stuff like that. Oh man. Peter,
let's go full screen again, because I just want to break this down into slow shots here. Okay, so here we are. Okay, oh geez, I screwed it up. All right, let's see if I can do this while we're doing this live. I should have just taken a bunch of screenshots. So, he takes this sort of power step here, and then he gets a commitment here, as you can see, right? You get the commitment there, and then all of a sudden he steps the other way, and the lunch money is taken. Look at this. Jockstrap aisle 5. You see that?
Yeah, look at that Stevie Wonder, bro.
He said, he said it with the bump, 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 bump. Ow! You see that? Ooh.
Who was the quarterback, bro? Because that was a nice throw.
That's it. Oh, Nate, I believe Nate was playing quarterback, if I remember correctly. That's oof. Hit him with it. That two-piece combo.
That first step was so innocent and slow and unassuming, and Pins just got sucked right in, and then when Charles went back the other way,
he just his ATL.
That was gold.
Shout out to Addy, man, and what he does over in the Tazzy show, man.
100%. There you go. Yeah, he says epic show yesterday.
Tazzy show yesterday was 12 hours.
What? Oh,
Yes,
Jesus.
12 hours of just all fans hanging out together and chilling and having
Cool.
conversations and having a good time. It was awesome.
Hell
Look
yeah.
at that.
Shout
Yeah,
out
John
to
P.
Madison
says,
for making that
he
happen.
lost his jockstrap in aisle 5. Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh, tough.
What Hev was saying about the tape in the pizza box, that's awesome.
That's creative.
That's an awesome idea. There's a guy who's in my fantasy football league with me and with Johnny Boy. I want to say his team name is like War Machine or something like that. But he's a guitar player from a band called 6 Feet Under.
Yeah.
Back when the Curtis Martin to Corbett touchdown pass happened that year against the Buccaneers back in 2000, the owner of their record label came into town and took their whole band to that game, paid for all the tickets because the owner of their record label is a big Jets fan. It's from New York. And I attempted to try to take that opportunity to, put a tape of mine in. And at one point he asked me, he's like, what is this? And I was like, oh, this is my band. I was like all excited. And I was like, what do you think? And he's like, I think I've got a few hundred tapes on my desk that sound just like that. And I was like, oh, okay. And that was that. Anyways, dude, the Geno Smith thing, like I want to weigh in on this topic because first of all, A.D. Mitchell is the guy. One of my brand new subscribers,
A.D. Mitchell,
yesterday, and asked me if I could give them my mailing address because they're sending me an A.D. Mitchell jersey because I've been talking up so much. And
very
I'm
nice.
like, oh wow, holy crap, that's awesome. So when it comes, I'm going to open it live. So
awesome.
At any rate, dude, Geno had that long touchdown that he threw where Mitchell went up over Brandon Stevens and made the catch. He had another play where Demario Davis was all over Jeremy Ruckert. Like, I mean, the coverage was excellent. It couldn't have got any better. And Geno managed to drop it in just right over the top of him, and Ruckert made the catch. And you said earlier that, like, maybe Geno's deceptive. It's not deceptive. It's decisive. Like, yeah, he might be looking at guys where he's throwing, but when he looks, he's throwing it. Like, he's getting the ball out. So it's not really that big a deal. Like, if he was staring them down prior, like the whole time they're snapping and as he's dropping back, like, that's a problem. But if he looks and he throws it, okay, as long as you're getting it out. And that's the thing, is to me, it looks like he is. Quincy Enunwa said this last night to EA. He's throwing with anticipation. He's getting the ball out, and he's finding the open guy. And he was really efficient. And I think it's a real positive to look at it that way for Jets fans. Yeah, I was real encouraged. You know, he had that perfect day yesterday. I was going to ask you who they were running as the starting corners, but James beat me to it.
Yeah.
But those are the battles that I'm most curious about going forward. I really want to see who emerges.
I'll tell you this, because I was writing the depth chart. Now, one nugget obviously has to be sprinkled out there. D'Angelo Ponce currently is injured with a calf. So
yes,
the combination, and there's another very interesting formation they were using. I could talk about that in a second. That I wrote in my notes. I found that fascinating. But just to explain the corners, it was Brandon Stevens. It was Jarvis Brownlee Jr. must have got hurt yesterday because he was just watching a lot of practice. So I don't know what was going on there. But the other boundary corner was Azarie Thomas. He was in front of Nashawn Wright. So whether that was, again, right, we take what we take, you know, like, was that a certain rotation and one guy got a different day, this guy gets this day? I don't know. So I can't speak to that level. They played Minka in the slot a bunch because obviously there's no D'Angelo Ponce, and Jarvis Brownlee was seemingly watching practice. He was speaking with a trainer for a while. So I don't know if he's heard. I will tell you, I'm behind on AG injury report or anything he gave yesterday because I was doing all the driving. So maybe he would have said something. But
who was the other safety? Like, that's the other thing I really wanted to know.
So the starting safeties were Minka Fitzpatrick and Andre Sisco. the whole time.
Okay.
So yeah,
I know Moore had a really nice run stop yesterday, and dude, you know what? Like, I like the fact that Omar Cooper caught a touchdown on sevens, and then Sadiq caught one during the red zone drills. So they're getting both guys involved. I did see where they had Omar Cooper lined up in the backfield one time. Which was really cool. I like seeing how differently they're using these guys and how they're getting the young guys involved. And from the beginning, I've been saying, and I just thought of this, as I've been listening to you guys and talking about it, and obviously before your show, I was watching clips and stuff from practice, and listening to the Quincy Enunwa and kind of adding his analysis in with my own. But I thought
I did get to see him, by the way, real quick. He passed us because, he was passing us and talking to security, and I went, Quincy, and someone went, "Who's that?" I'm like, that's Quincy Enunwa, man. Yeah, a few Jet fans around me said, "Who's that?" I'm like, Quincy Enunwa? Are you obviously I get he's not wearing his uniform anymore, but people didn't know. I'm like, Quincy. He went, "Yeah, what's up, man?" I'm like, "Hey, do you got time for a picture?" It's like, I got to go into the office. He was pointing to the Jets building. I'm like, "Oh, okay." But I said, "Hey, man, you look great." But some people didn't know. I'm like, are you freaking kidding me? That's Quincy Enunwa. Come on, people. Jesus.
Oh, yeah.
Anywho, go ahead.
Hey, BG and Ricky, I had to get off because I got somebody coming through to do some stuff. But, hey, this is awesome hearing you guys. Seeing how pumped the fan base is right now is great. Okay, so which is awesome. But BG, keep doing your thing, man. Ricky, keep doing your thing. Everybody, check out JetsWorldWide. You know what time it is. Snowball, we miss you, bro. We wish you was here with us and everything. But, hey, with that being said, JetsWorldWide, I'm out. Peace.
There you go.
Take it easy, Johnny.
Real quick, what is that, Ricky?
What's that?
You have like a beeping happening.
Oh, you know what? Give me 1 second. I'll be right back. That's actually the alarm clock going off in the other room.
Oh, Jesus. No, that's all right. You go handle that real quick. So, yeah, that's going off like crazy. So we'll get that in a second. So we have another super chat coming in from Chef Kevin Gilbert at Fastest Food Reviews. Let's get this in here. Let's get a few more in before we shut off the show here. Here we go.
Wow.
$5 super chat. Gorman says, look like Aaron Smith there. Let's go Jets. Yeah, that move, that hit him with it. Again, shout out to the Addy show. That's amazing. Chef Kevin Gilbert. Awesome. By the way, all your raffle tickets today, everybody, are going towards our new raffle. We're so late in the show. I would just announce that tomorrow. There's a brand new raffle, back to normal. Raffle tickets are $3 a piece. So you guys will see a very cool raffle with some autographed merch from Jets players, which I think you guys are going to be pretty excited about. So Chef Kevin Gilbert, yes. Gorman, yeah, I get to meet Gorman for the first time. That was an experience and a half. I will indeed say. Chubb said, when was the raffle? It was somewhere in the middle of the show. Maybe 30 minutes in, 40 minutes in, Chubb. You could skip through it. MFC won for people. Again, one more time for people who missed it. Mother effing Chew won. I do believe, in fact, that MFC hopefully goes and everything, but if for some reason there's any complication or anything, I will let you guys know in the audience if there's a different layer. But I have not heard from MFC yet, but he did win Mother effing Chew. Congratulations to him. I've never met MFC before. Hopefully he can make the trip. He does not live close, so hopefully he can make it. So I hope so. People are going to be peer pressuring him, and we'll see if he can. If he can't, we will all work it out together with MFC to see what he wants to do. But yes, yep, let's go. And John LG says, Boy Green starts the show at 7 a.m. in the morning because the shows are going to be shorter and goes 3 hours today. Yes. On the weekends, I promise they'll be longer. Now, on game days, Boy Green days won't be able to be this long because I have to get ready for the play-by-plays and stuff. So there'll be a game day show, and I'm not going to say it's 30 minutes. It's going to be a sizable show, but it won't be 3 hours or something like that because I'll have to get ready for the play-by-play and the rest of the coverage. So we'll have on every game day show, I guess this goes for preseason games too, but specifically for normal 1 o'clock games, we'll do a Boy Green Daily in the morning. There'll be a break of time. We'll come back about 15 minutes before kickoff, so 12:45 or something. We'll give you the latest injury reports, news, nuggets. All right, let's go for the games. Outside of 3 of the first 5 games, I will not do this for. I'm at these games, so this is a unique situation, unique season. Tennessee, I'm at. Packers, I'm at. And Browns, I'm at. But outside of that, I will be on for every game to do play-by-play for Sunday Ticket and all that jazz. So I'll give you guys all that stuff. That'll be great. But yes, but those shows in the morning will not be as long. They could be an hour, hour and a half, something like that. Break, back for play-by-play. We'll do that for 3 or 4 hours. Quick 5-minute break, jump to the post-game show. So you guys will have 7-8 hours of coverage every game day, outside of rare examples. So just a quick explanation for that. Weekend shows will be long. Weekday shows will have to be shorter. So there you go. There you have it. Yeah. Okay. Chump for Club saying, hook me up, MFC. Hey, he's got 2 tickets. Maybe you're the other guy. I don't know. We'll see what happens there. All right. Let's go back to the phone lines here. Yes. Yeah. Your mic is working like nobody's business, Ricky. That alarm sounded like it was on top of your mic. That's why I said, how do you not hear this? Crazy. It's like some sort of a house alarm going off. Like that was
it's maybe 12 feet away from where I'm sitting right now, and the door to my studio is open. So
okay,
but wow, that's crazy. Like I can't believe it picked it up.
You got a great, you got a great mic then. Yeah, you have an excellent mic. But anywho, yes, please.
I guess so. At any rate, what I was about to say is, all along I've been telling people that we need to temper our expectations with these rookies, Cooper and Sadiq. And in particular, Sadiq, because he did miss a little bit of time, still getting in football shape now after the surgery. And tight ends can take a little bit longer to develop sometime. But I like the fact that they're getting them both involved early. And they're going to obviously, have some packages and plays where they're going to get those guys involved and get them the ball. But the fact that we've got Garrett and Brees and Mason Taylor and A.D. Mitchell now, emerging, like we've got several other playmakers that having those guys, I think is going to take the pressure off of the rookies to have to, produce right away. I think that's going to kind of let them get their feet under them and get acclimated and take their time, getting up to speed. Like they're not going to have to go out there and try to be the guy right away. And I hadn't thought about that before, but as we always talk about, like, oh, we need a number 2 that, will complement Garrett. Well, AD does. He's got that prototypical size and speed combo and it does different things. Like if we had, another guy just like Garrett, well, Garrett does certain things. We're just going to be able to do those things. With these 2 guys, we can do things that are different. Mason Taylor has got a different skill set. So does Cooper. So does Sadiq. Each guy is different from one another, meaning you can do all of those different things that those guys all do good. And it just kind of opens up the whole tool bag. You get to use every toy in the toy box. Everybody can do something different. And it's going to be really fun to see how they use them. Like this Jets offense is, I think, going to be exciting to watch this year. And you know what? The quarterback play, I know that Geno's, not going to be like a top 5 quarterback or anything, but he's going to be efficient. And watching what I'm watching right now compared to what I watched last year, it's just light years apart. Like we look like a real NFL team. And so I think Geno's been decisive and accurate. Like, yes, I would like to see our DBs, step up a little bit and compete a little bit harder. But you know what? Maybe that happens, tomorrow when the pads come on. Maybe it'll get a little bit more physical. So we'll see. But I like it, For once, we're talking about how good the offense looks and not how the defense beat up on the offense every single day and we can't score points. So, me, dude, I'm glass half full. Dude, I'm stoked. I'm ready. And so, dude, thanks for having me on. Great show as always. And man, yeah, I'm ready to roll.
Yeah,
See, I thought it was Monday all morning, so I was actually ready to report on another practice, but I guess I'm gonna have to wait till tomorrow for that. But
that's funny. Yeah, I was showing my fiance on the drive home. She went, "Ah, man, it sucks that Monday's tomorrow." I'm like, "What? I'm driving home on Saturday." I'm like, "Today's Sunday, woman." Like, or it's about to be Sunday. She went, "Oh, geez, okay." So you're not the only one out there, Ricky. Apparently, you're not the only one out there, which is awesome. Well, great. Yeah.
right on, man. Have a great morning, Paul. Have a great morning, everybody. Oh, by the way, also, Indy Jet told me that I can get his number from you. So,
yes,
can you text that over to me?
100%. Yes, let's connect on that. We'll do that after the show. So, Ricky, yes, I'll connect you in Indy. I'm not Lou B. I'm not the perfect people connector, but we'll make that happen. Let's end with one last call. That's Mr. Legendary Famous Fulton here on the show.
Well, good morning, Paul. How are you?
I'm doing just spectacular, buddy. How are you doing? Yes.
I'm just doing all right. Going to a concert tonight.
Oh, nice. Where are you going?
Going to see Chicago and Styx tonight.
Oh, cool. All right. Awesome. Good for you, man.
Yep. So I've got a live stream at 7 o'clock tonight. So hopefully you guys can watch it.
Okay, of course. Can you say what the channel is again?
It's Mr. Fulton Moraz. It's
okay.
Yep.
All right, beautiful. Do you have any Jets updates to share? People are asking in the audience.
I don't think so. I haven't checked today, so
no, that's all right. We'll get it a different time. I think people just wanted to double check to make sure they didn't miss anything.
Yeah. I was wondering.
Yes.
Because I'm thinking like another musical to do. I can't decide if I want to do Annie again or Cinderella.
Okay. And you need some help deciding?
I need some help deciding.
What are the two choices again?
Annie the musical.
Okay.
Or Cinderella.
Would you be Annie or Cinderella?
Let's see. I'll probably be Cinderella. Well, actually, I'll be the prince. Actually.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah. Hey, I don't judge. Yeah, I mean, the Prince would be cool. You're Mr. Legendary Famous Fulton. Can you imagine Mr. Legendary Prince Famous Fulton? That'd be pretty cool. So let's go, Prince.
Yeah.
Prince.
Yes.
Great. All right. So let's try to make that happen, Mr. Legendary Famous Prince Fulton.
Yep. I wanted to ask everyone in the chat what they wanted.
Cinderella. Chicago got another one, but Cinderella is the dominating votes. The people agree with me. Why wouldn't they? Yes.
All right. Yeah. Okay. It's with Roger Steen. I don't know if you heard of him before. Roger Steen.
No.
Is the musical for Cinderella.
Oh, okay, cool. Well,
musical. Yep.
Oh, excellent. Well, phenomenal news, Mr. Legend Famous Fulton, and Cinderella it up.
Sounds great, Paul. And let me know if you need help co-hosting sometime. And
thank you. I would love that. Welcome. Thank you, sir. Enjoy the rest of your day and enjoy your movies and musicals and everything. That's terrific. Well, everybody, I want to thank you so much for a resounding show. It's great to be back. I loved being at Jets training camp. All these pictures. I got a lot of posts to make on social media with all of these. Spectacular. Yeah, man. I love this show. I love this team. I love the fans. And we're all in this together, baby. We have 400 people watching across our different social media platforms, including 78 here on YouTube. Guys, like the video here on YouTube, hit subscribe. And again, if you could do me a favor, I'm trying to get to 10,000 subscribers on YouTube. We are at, let me hit the refresh button real quick. We are at 8,730. So we are 1,270 away for those counting at home. Just under 1,300 away from 10,000. Help me get there. Tell your friends and family about the show. Tell your fellow Jet fans about the show. Get this in front of as many people as possible. I'm trying to spread the gospel of all things Boy Green Daily. We got some fun interviews coming up. We may have a certain national insider later this week joining the program. If you guys missed it, I did a pop-up live show for the Cloverleaf Tavern. I'll be cutting up that large hour-plus show. You can watch the whole thing if you'd like. But I'm going to be cutting up. I did interviews off the cuff with Connie Carberg, Jake Asman, Chef Kevin Gilbert, Court Sports, Charles Gorman, Omari Brown. We did a bunch of just random interviews. I just saw people said, hey, you want to come over? And we did those. So each of those range, I have no idea because I was in the moment, but 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 7 minutes, however length of time. So I'll cut up those interviews and you'll be able to find those separately in pocket forms in the video section. And of course, you guys can always listen to this podcast here on audio only. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. Appreciate it. Thank you to all the support. I'll have more stories as well. I'll cut up some video interviews to talk about some of the autographs and moments that I want to dive into more detail with that you guys will be able to hear about. But thank you guys. Love you guys. And we'll be back on tomorrow morning, bright and early at 7 a.m. Eastern time. Tomorrow is Pads Day, baby, for the New York Jets. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in, and we'll see you next time. Take care.